music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music.
He turns around at the end. he goes back to the first base ump. Yeah. He's really about to leave. He's like, wait a minute. He just turns around. He's like, this cannot fucking happen.
Classic. There we go. All right, we're good. All right, perfect. To update everything. All right, guys, welcome to the pre-show. As we break down why Aaron Boone's having a bad start to his week.
Yeah, that was rough, dude. And he ended up flinging him out at second base, too. So it didn't even fucking matter. He got picked off.
God, what a goddamn disaster.
I fucking love baseball. That's a great logo, by the way, the draft logo.
Oh, yeah, the draft logo's
Yeah,
pretty
very pretty.
simple and very effective. Simple and wildly effective as I update stuff. By the way, did you hear this thing? Because you probably hear about the FTC ruling about non-compete clauses?
Yes. Thank God, dude. Non-competes are such bullshit.
I'm wondering, do you think it's going to have effect on like WWE?
It totally could.
If it gets passed, because it's gonna be fought in court.
Yeah, it's got this. Yeah, I think it's fought in court.
Yeah.
And it passed what? The House, Senate, Congress, both?
No, the FTC.
Oh, the FTC can just do that.
Yeah. FTC, it passed by the FTC by a vote of 3-2.
God, I could totally see a Supreme Court saying, nope, got to go through Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, shocker. I don't know if you know this, but Supreme Court protects capital.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a breaking news to anybody, but Supreme Court exists so Wall Street can remain rich.
Yeah, right.
That's what they do. This is the group of body of people that said money equals speech. So
yeah,
it's a dig on free speech somehow. Yet if you retain paying taxes as a protest, it's no longer free speech. Money is no longer speech.
It's ridiculous. I saw it. I was like, they can unilaterally just shoot down non-compete clauses. Like, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how long that's not going to hold.
Well, it's supposed to go into effect in 120 days.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good rule. Power to the workers, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like their non-competes are like there's non-competes for fast food.
Is there really?
Yeah, so if you like leave McDonald's or get fired from McDonald's, you can't go work at Taco Bell in certain places, right? It's not like a national law or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like a regional McDonald's can just be a cock.
Really?
Yeah, because like a lot of McDonald's, they're franchises, right? So they're technically
Oh yeah, they
independent
are.
businesses.
I think
right?
some
like
of
you
them,
can own you can own a Subway as a franchisee. You technically run and own the business.
Yeah.
It's just you're pretty much borrowing Subway's like name and likeness.
Yeah, same thing with hi Taquan.
But they own you.
Yeah, it's
like,
the same thing with like 7-Eleven, I think.
Yeah, like it's not a phenomenal deal. It's not a terrible deal, but it's not a phenomenal deal either.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, Taquan. Always appreciate you calling me a bitch. Taquan, how about a compliment on my haircut? All right, my hair looks great.
I need a haircut. I feel so grizzly.
Grizzly? Do you do the get the tennis racket?
What do you mean?
Like you put the tennis racket through your hair?
No, I just use a comb.
Mm.
Just a straight comb.
I remember. Your hair's not long enough.
No, it's not. That's
Jared,
why.
My friend Jared would put a tennis racket in his hair and it would stay there. Like that's how long his hair would get.
Yeah, my hair's not that long. I don't like it to get that long at all. I have this weird thing, like, even though it's not there yet, like I've definitely had this longer, but I have this like weird pet peeve of like if I can with like the hair starts to touch like my ears, I get really annoyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I like a cover. I know it's not covering my ears right now, but I like my hair like covering my ears pretty much.
I got you. You know, I haven't
like my hair. I liked the long hair I had, but it was just like I'm always touching it and I'm always trying to move it out of my face. It's like all right, it's time to cut this off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juan Carlos did a great job on my hair. So shout out to Juan Carlos.
How much you pay for
that? 65.
Oof.
It was the haircut, and I gave him $15 tip. So I had $80 in my pocket, so I gave him
emptied your whole wallet.
No, well, yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
No, because like 420, Jazz and I took a nice walk through Hoboken.
Yeah.
And we stopped at the dispensary, but it was cash only.
That's blows.
So, yeah, it was a real bummer. I think it said there was a problem with their debit machine, which was a real bummer. So I only
of all the days to not to have that shit not work.
So I had $100 bill in my pocket. So I was like, all right, I can only get one. And that was 65. So I was like, all right, I don't have enough I don't have money for a haircut or gas. So I had to stop by the ATM, take out another 80, end up dropping that on the haircut, and then the rest, like I guess the 35 in my pocket will be for gas.
Yeah, no, Taquan, I'm gonna ask you, how do you know that?
What do you say?
He said
Robert Church our lawyers and prostitute prices. I believe it.
Orlando's an okay place. It's not as great as people say it is, but it's fine. It's serviceable.
Yes, I was told you just avoid downtown and you'll be fine.
Downtown's not the worst. They have Wall Street downtown. They have a section of Orlando called Wall Street. It's like it's like a McKeeb's and Nachos are in an enclosed space, and you can just literally walk between without crossing the street.
That's dangerous.
Yes, it is. I had a friend who happens to be an Orlando prostitute. Now, I feel like that's a lie, but tell me more. I'm very interested right now.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah. I really kind of want to know at this point. Like, I really do. So, that's right, Heritage Cup. Yo, what do you think of these new tag belts? We're not really going to talk about it on the show because we're focused on the draft. But what do you think of these new tag belts?
Oh, they're gorgeous. I like both of them.
I feel I'm leaning towards the World more. I don't know why. I feel like
that's SmackDowns.
No, the World is
that's Raw's.
The World is Awesome Truth. So Raw's,
okay, yeah. You know what it is? It's the ribbon. It's like that red.
The red ribbon. Yeah,
yeah.
The WWE ones that 8 times done, they don't have enough color for me. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, it looks
and the
nice.
strap on the world looks good too.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. What was I going for? Oh yeah, I gotta open up a thing.
Yeah, they were both very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I was very satisfied with both of them. R-Truth was a little too stupid on Monday though. Last Monday.
He was trying to make Triple H break, I think.
Yeah, and it really came close to working. He's a magician. Like his reaction when he unveiled the belts was just like, okay, God.
He might
really put them over.
No, let's not do the Cody Winged Eagle. Everybody wants the Winged Eagle, but I don't want to do the Cody Winged Eagle at all.
Why not?
We just literally got that gold universal. Let that one be a thing for a while.
I guess, but the Winged Eagle would be so dope.
It depends on the Winged Eagle. Are we talking like pre-Attitude Era Winged Eagle? Because like
Austin's Winged Eagle.
The Attitude Era Winged Eagle.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that, but I just like the way it is right now. And so like I don't need a codied out. I don't need a custom Cody belt. He just got it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Unless we're gonna do a giant change.
Side plates. All right, so for the draft, all of K's picks, we cannot choose them, correct?
Obviously? That is absolutely correct. Yeah, I have it in the Excel chart.
God, that's such a bummer because I totally would have picked like 2 of these people, especially Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. Oh, motherfucker, K.
Yeah.
Yeah, this roster's not fair. First, I call a rebuke of this. Can we strip titles?
What do you mean?
So like, I don't like say Kay drafted Damian Priest as World Heavyweight Champion, but what if they wanted Baron Corbin as World Heavyweight Champion? Could they have done that?
No, or the titles go with the people.
Okay.
So theoretically, because since Kay's not going to be here, so we had to simulate a little bit. Theoretically, your champions are already picked because I did a couple of randomizations, and you are now the GM of SmackDown.
Oh, nice! What I wanted.
So.
And what do I have third pick?
Well, no, everybody's gonna be get a pick per round.
Right.
Yeah. So
so are you before me or am I before you?
I mean, theoretically, we'll discuss each pick.
Oh, because it means you're NXT.
Yeah, it means I'm NXT.
All right, so that means I would go second. So I have first pick.
Or something like I don't freaking know. I just listed it as it is. We'll figure it out as we go along because K's picks are already made, so like we can't really like figure out an order. It's literally just us going back and forth and then discussing K's picks.
Gonna be us. It's just us going back and forth and discussing K's picks, which is god damn it, K. Like right when I saw the match, I was like, this is not going to be as fun of a show as I wanted. Did K tell you where they think these people are going to be drafted?
Well, no, it's going to be based on their picks.
Right, but like I could draft Seth Rollins to SmackDown, but in real life think he's getting drafted to Raw.
Well, your picks are I'm setting it up as your picks are where you think they're gonna go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because that'll be too confusing to discuss even on the show.
I'm drafting this, but I think they're gonna draft there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and I even have the Raw roster pulled up on my other. I have the entire roster pulled up on my other computer, so I know like who can go where or who.
Yeah,
who's still available.
Let me pull up a list.
Yeah.
WWE roster. We gonna talk about roster cuts?
Yes, we are, because that's gonna be a part of like who's not there and who's not making it. Just go to WWE.com and go to the Superstars page, and then you can like filter.
Yeah, here it is. Champions and NXT champions.
Mm-hmm. You can filter by brand.
Current superstars. Yeah, you can. Current.
Free agent.
Yeah, Raw, SmackDown, free agent. Yep. NXT Hall of Fame alumni. Let me just keep the current.
Somehow R-Truth is a free agent, which is kind of funny. Oh, you can do current. Yeah, let's not do that. Forgot Adriana Rizzo, yeah.
Does The Rock's daughter have 2 different color eyes, or is that just contacts?
What, Ava?
Ava, yeah. Like, she has like Max Scherzer eyes.
All right, so I believe one of them are contacts. I think they screwed up her composite.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
because when she was with Joe Gacy's Schism, she had the red eyes, but now she's a GM, so I think she has like naturally brown eyes. So I think they screwed up the composite.
Yeah, they also have hit BFAB's bio as during a hit row has its sights set on reshaping SmackDown, and BFAB is proven to be a difference maker in the takeover. That's, I guess.
That needs to be updated a
That
bit.
needs to be updated.
Yeah, needs to be updated a bit.
BFAB has tipped the scales for hit row since her arrival.
Honestly, apparently, according to this roster right now, Boa is still available.
No, he isn't.
Go down to the B's. I'm looking at it right
We got
now.
Berto, Bianca, Blair, Boa. Oh my god, nice face paint, Boa.
Charlie Reese.
Oh, Brock Lesnar's still here.
He's in the alumni page, I think. Well, they're gonna have to remove Cameron Grimes. He just got released today, so.
Yeah, he has a pretty long.
He had a good NXT career.
No, I'm talking about Brock.
Oh yeah.
Who the hell is Bronco Nima?
He's part of Scripps' faction down in NXT. It's called he's part of OTM.
Hmm.
Oh, I know who I'm. Nah, I don't want to take them. I gotta be smart about this. How is Greg Miller part of the active roster?
Katana Chance.
Katana Chance?
Are they? Oh my god, they have the picture of KO and Randy on the on the cart.
Let me see. I also think Joe Gacy is going to be part of the Wyatt Six, if we're actually going to go with that route.
They got the Kevin Sucks from Elimination Chamber. Logan Paul.
Petrovic.
Who is Lexus King?
That's Brian Pillman's son.
It does look just like Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
Damn, does look just like him.
So there's a horrible name for his fandom. They're called like registered Lex offenders.
That's incredible. This is not a good picture of Megan Moran. Jeez.
I didn't get that. Where's Megan Moran? Oh yeah, the hair, the wind.
Yeah, just all of it.
Yeah. I forgot Miko's still technically around.
Robert Stone still employed, Mr. Stone.
Mr. Stone.
Good for him.
Well, no, he doesn't have to carry around Von Wagner anymore.
Natalia and her huge fake tits.
Well, she looks a lot smaller than I expected when we saw her at WWE World.
Dude, Nia Jax looks like an AI version of Nia Jax.
You're so right. You're so right.
All right, and now we're like, here's Obafemi. Now next to him is Ozzy Jones. Obafemi, if he let himself go.
Actually, you're kind of true. You're kind of correct. Oh my god!
And here's Jade in better condition than both of them.
Seriously. Riz, Robert, Santos. I don't think Sarah Schreiber works for them anymore. I haven't seen her in a minute. Reggie still put on scripts. I wouldn't change that picture, Reggie, at all. Seth, Shane. Shotzi Soul. Daddy DeVille. Got Tank. Tegan. Yeah, what if Trick wins tonight?
That'd be pretty wild.
Leone Chu, where do you go?
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next few days.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because they're doing part ones.
There's Sarah Schreiber.
Yeah. What up, Big Hers? I'm just seeing that night now. Reggie's a real life crib and still isn't believable on street. No, he's not. Reggie's not a real life crib. No way. I really hope Scripps wasn't his gang name because that would be horrible, or a street name.
God, please, I'm begging.
So wait, he is so all right. So let me get this. Let me get this right. I'll have to confirm with you because I know people who know Reggie. So he was a Crip that also I believe also did Cirque du Soleil, and now is a WWE superstar. Like literally, if that is all true, his literal life bio was better than his character. Like what a story! What a wild story that is. Which is kind of crazy.
I like how they WWE retcons their women's championships. It says WWE Women's Championship 2016 to present.
Really?
Completely ignoring, whereas
Or ignoring the SmackDown and the Raw
The
part.
Raw and SmackDown, the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion is not on this list.
That's very interesting. That is very, very interesting.
World Tag Team Championship 2002 to present. Yeah, they also kind of retcon. They retcon
Continuing
those
the
too.
lineage, yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
WWE Tag Team Championship 2016 to present. That's not true.
I think they had World Tag longer than WWE. I don't remember.
No, because in 2008, there were two sets of titles.
True.
Because the Colognes had them. Carlito and someone else, whatever, Primo.
Didn't Big Show and didn't Jarrett? No, Big Show.
Jericho.
Yeah, didn't Jericho have like both of them at the same time at one point?
Yeah, and Jericho is also a IC champion.
Yeah, they had like 7 titles. These belt lineages are wild.
World Heavyweight title to 02 to 13. Divas Championship 08 to 16. 24/7, 19 to 22. Damn. Oh, here it is. World Tag Team Championship 1971 and 2010.
Okay.
That UK belt is still fucking gorgeous.
I know, but don't sell anymore. I'm still fucking pissed about that.
The European title is a nice belt though.
It
97 to 02. The light, oh my god, remember the light heavyweight championship? No, you don't, because no one does.
That's the light heavyweight championship is what I remember Taka Michinoku getting big off of.
Yes, he didn't even get that big.
Yeah.
Women's Championship, 1956 to 2010. That was a decent belt. The Hardcore title, 98 to 02. $1 Million Championship, 89 to 2021. Accurate.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
Yep, accurate. It never got officially retired. They just got it off TV.
In the WCW world, the Hart Dynasty were the final original World Tag Champs. Good for them. Good for Brad. By the way, you saw the one shot of Sammy's entrance last week, right?
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, it was so good.
They did it again this week for the Battle Royal.
Of course they did. Yeah, Raw was really good last week. I didn't watch this week's, but last week's was really good.
So they did a.
Rhea Ripley scared me with that promo.
Oh yeah, because that was real anger.
A lot of it was.
That was
sure.
real anger. No, so when they did the women's battle royal for the vacant world championship, they were doing an interview segment with two women. I forgot who were backstage, and all of a sudden you hear all this screaming and stuff, and so they follow Jackie Redmond over to the camera follows her, and you see Nia Jax and Liv having to be split apart by a bunch of agents. So they're fighting and screaming, and then Becky walks past them, and Jackie Redmond stops Becky, and Becky's like, you know what, Jackie? I'll take it from here. Takes the mic, and the camera follows Becky as she's like commentating about the battle royal and walking to the ring. She sees Maxine and Ivy Nile like sitting on a box, and she stops. She looks at Maxine and goes, "This your first time competing for a women's world title?" Maxine's like, yeah, and Becky goes, "Show them why you should continue to be competing for the world title." And then keeps walking. The camera, no cut, follows her through Gorilla out to the ring.
That's how you go, yeah, she's winning.
But also, in that whole scene, Liv and Nia never stop fighting in the background.
That's funny.
So it's kind of like just this continuous, really awesome shot. Also, they started Raw like Evolve used to start. So Cole and Pat McAfee were in the ring talking about what's going to go on the show.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And here we were thinking we were spoiled with Kevin Dunn. All we're waiting for is like, dude, why the fuck didn't you retire 8 years ago?
Seriously. Very, very seriously. All right, I think we're ready to go. It's gonna be a pretty straightforward show. We're gonna talk about some shit that happened
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Yeah,
Not
of course.
AEW Dynasty because honestly, I did not actually watch it yet.
Nope.
I heard
looked
great
up some
things.
of the results.
Heard good things. I hope Daniel Bryan can be a functional human being.
I saw Swerve won, so that was cool.
Yeah. The AEW did something that took WWE over 50 years to do. So they point on them.
Swerve.
Daniel Bryan might have had a seizure in his match.
Yeah, it's called selling. He's fine.
We better hope. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, on you, sir.
All right, I'm rolling.
Let's get the show on the road.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, the whole entire shape of WWE is about to change, or that's what they want you to think. Before the NFL draft, WWE is putting on, or we are going to put on, our version of the upcoming WWE draft, which will include Raw, SmackDown, and literally, for the first time ever, I'm not kidding, I'm not making this up like last year, NXT will be involved in the draft. So it's going to be a very historic draft indeed, and we are going to try to predict what is going to happen before it happens. We're all going to be absolutely wrong. So sit back, relax. Willie T and King Ricky do what they do best, argue about picks all the time. It is our version of the 2024 WWE draft. It's draft day here on Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. It's going to be a very interesting episode. We get to do draft analysis right before the NFL draft. It's going to be good. Are you doing anything for the NFL draft, Will?
No.
Oh,
when's the NFL draft?
It's actually Thursday when the show drops.
Isn't it always on a Thursday?
The first round, so they split. It used to be like Saturday, Sunday, but now it's like first round's Thursday night, second round's Friday, and then like 3 through 7 are over the weekend, and no one really watches those.
Yeah, no one watches.
Yeah, no one watches those.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't care about football. It's that much.
Yeah, no, I just want to see. I'm trying to go to a draft party or something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Talk to me in fantasy football.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm watching it for is for fantasy football reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to King's Rings podcast, episode number 373, Draft Day. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. Thank you guys for joining us this week. If you like what you see or hear, please leave us a 5-star review, like, share, subscribe. Links to all of our stuff are in the description below. It is a 2-man show. Kayfabe is out. The future GM of Monday Night Raw is out, but Kay has left their picks. We're going to talk about all things draft worthy. But before we get to that, let me introduce my host with kind of the most, I guess. I don't know, kind of the most as I screw up his scene transition, but kind of the most on the analysis of picks that he's probably going to fail pretty miserably at.
Keep stalling.
Yeah, rejected Wyatt 6 member. Will Tarasok, how are you?
Yeah, the Wyatt 6, I think, is going to be pretty fun. Since kayfabe, but it's pretty much screwed the whole draft for me.
Yeah.
Still like 3 or 4 of my picks. I'm just going to take all of the Wyatt 6 first.
Well, it means you're going to have to define the Wyatt 6 in and of itself. So that's
okay. I'll try. I can give you 3 of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting. If we can name all the future Wyatt 6, that would be a prediction in and of itself. It's really bad.
Great Khali. JoJo.
Okay.
The Great Khali again.
Lana.
Alberto Del Rio and El Torito.
Oh, I'd be down for El Torito.
Oh, and Andrew Zarian.
Yeah, he's a 6 member. He's a 6 member of it all. That would be wild. Yeah, no, it's really bad because like I should be into this Wyatt 6 thing and doing the screen code and stuff, but like it's just not there for me. I don't know why. Yeah, like you know it is because I kind of know it's coming. So it's just like, maybe.
Yeah, the White Rabbit was a little bit, what is this?
Yeah.
Where this time it's just like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm interested to see. I'm glad we're starting here because I think this is going to be very good for Bo Dallas. Because did you watch Bray's documentary?
I need to. I haven't yet. I've been pretty lazy at that.
I don't know what's more sad, the fact that Bray is gone or that Bo is left behind as just a broken man. Like, and I
Yeah.
mean that as a form of compassion and like I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Not of like weakness. So I think this character is going to be a very good way for him to heal. So that is what I'm looking forward to. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good way for Eric Rowan to heal so they can honor both Bray and Luke Harper.
Absolutely.
So in that aspect, I'm very excited for it. But you know, the dramatics, it's anticlimactic from a cinematic storytelling standpoint. You were correct.
Yeah. So I hope creatively it does help Bo to heal, because like I vividly like watching Bray and Bo's dad IRS just kind of, he struggled through that weekend.
Yeah,
it was I saw it and so I was like, this man's not doing well at all. And things like that. So hopefully that provides some healing for even him as well, if he can see Bray's vision through his son and stuff. And speaking of visions through sons and WrestleMania in and of itself, we would be remiss if we didn't wish, as we are recording on the day of the birth of our elder statesman and our North American treasure, Mr. Fretz of the Fretzlemania podcast, turned 40 today, folks.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, right. He's as old as WrestleMania. I don't know. I guess he's doing well. He's on his way back from the casino for his 40th. I hope you won something, Fretz.
Yeah, he won like 40 grand, which in Canadian is like what, 32 grand?
No, it would be it'd be like 65.
65?
Something like that. My math's not off.
No, our money is worth more than theirs.
Yes, that means I don't know. Whatever.
Right. So if I was to charge someone $500 for something, it would cost 800 Canadian. I know, because I tried charging a Canadian $500, and he said that actually costs this much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, oops.
Yeah, so that means
Canadian things are more expensive.
Yes,
so
they are.
40 grand in Canadian is probably like 32.
Oh, you said
grand.
40 grand. I would said 40 grand like American. My fault. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
no, 40 grand Canadian.
Gotcha. Fretz remembers Jim Crow. Wasn't that far away?
Jeez.
It's a little bit further. It's a little bit further back than that. That's a great one, though. Jaquan, I'll have to give you that one. That one's really good.
You know, I'm really glad Jim Crow is that old.
That's really good. But Fretz, I hope you have a good birthday. You need to win something.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Fretz. You are a gem, and
Hope we didn't get hoodwinked by a hooker.
No, not an Orlando hooker, at least. If you've ever been
$40, not 40 grand.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get into all of that stuff, but first we got to recap some stuff happening over the weekend. Like, for instance, there is some news coming out about WrestleMania, and the news is we know absolutely nothing.
Bastard.
Yeah. So
I was like, he would have texted me.
yeah, I would have. It would have. Here's what we do know. Nick Khan was asked about the location of WrestleMania 41 at a sports business conference like over the weekend or last week. And Nick Khan revealed the obvious, that it's not the WrestleMania 41 is not going to be on the East Coast. It's probably not going to compete anymore with the Final Four or MLB. Or MLB's opening weekend, which historically WrestleMania has always done. So smart move, Nick. Smart move. It is probably going to be either earlier in like a March, or probably, I think, for the betterment of everybody, based on how sick I fucking felt, to be later on in April, which isn't that big of an issue. He did confirm that one city that was in contention was Vegas.
Of course he's going to hint at it.
Yeah. He did confirm that one city in contention was Vegas, and he also did confirm that there was going to be an announcement about the WrestleMania 41 location sometime next month, in the month of May. It has been widely speculated that it's probably between Vegas, who has the Allegiant Stadium, home of my Las Vegas Raiders, or be Minnesota, home of the Minnesota Vikings, which also has
That's what sound I think Minnesotans make.
They don't do. I know some Minnesotans. Do not make that noise at all.
Like you poke them in the tummy. That's just what they do.
Yeah, or Minnesota, home of the Vikings, and U.S. Bank Stadium. I don't think we've had a WrestleMania that far north since like the Chicago Manias. Again, this would
Yeah,
be in
it's been a while.
this would be in a domed stadium as well. It is interesting that it's taken this long to get the WrestleMania 4 to one location, which means there is probably some very intricate details that are trying to be mapped out and figured out. WWE itself has done big events in Vegas before. They had SummerSlam when Becky screwed over Bianca, and the return of a guy named Brock Lesnar also came that weekend as well. So Allegiant Stadium already has a track record of doing a major WWE event. Minnesota would be uncharted territory, almost quite literally. The biggest wrestling event coming out of Minnesota, that's the most popular one that people know about, is the first episode of Nitro was in the Mall of the Americas.
Yes.
You know, so it's Minnesota. I myself am interested in going to Minnesota. I know, Will, you've done Vegas. I've done Vegas before. I kind of want to go back as an adult to Vegas. That'd be cool for me. But for me, I kind of am more interested in seeing Minnesota and also being in the Midwest and seeing another part of America that I haven't seen, more so than Vegas. I would be okay with either. I kind of have a connect that can get us a timeshare in Vegas. So there's that. But Will, for you, what location, if it's between Vegas and Minnesota, where do you want to go?
I mean, to be fair, I've never went to Vegas for fun. I've only been to Vegas for work.
Yeah.
So I have been told by literally every single person that Vegas is way different when you're there for fun.
That's true.
So I would be totally fine with Vegas, although keep in mind a bottle of water in Caesar's Palace is like $11.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's just
rough.
it's just a regular bottle of water. So for my wallet and how much of an amazing time I had in Philadelphia because it was close,
Yeah.
I would rather go to Minnesota. And because it's a completely different part of the country, I would like to explore and just kind of check it out. Like I'm totally down for never doing WrestleCon ever again.
I kind of agree with you.
And like 1 day of access, like if we did just 1 day of access and 1 day of this like city shit,
Yeah.
I think that'd be totally worth it. Whereas Vegas, we can go see a show. Like I'm sure Jeff Dunham will be there,
Yeah.
doing puppet shit. So I'm cool with either or. I'll probably go to either or, but I would rather go to Minnesota for financial and just when the fuck am I ever gonna go back?
Seriously. And if it
I can do Vegas, like Ricky, me and you could do a weekend in Vegas just for shits and giggles.
we could.
Like a long weekend. But also for WrestleMania points, if he pushes it to the end of April, I think that's totally fine. Just keep in mind, 420 is Easter Sunday next year. I just looked that up. So just keep that in mind. If you want to compete with baseball and March Madness or Final Four, that makes all the sense in the world. Just man. You could probably beat out Jesus, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Yeah, Jesus would be a hard one to beat. You might have to bring back Messiah Seth Rollins for that. The one thing that
is Minnesota religious? Is Minnesota like super Catholic?
Christian more so.
Christian? I have no idea.
The Midwest is more Lutheran and Christian, from what I know. So it's like I can relate to them because I grew up Christian. I grew up Lutheran. So I can blend in pretty well there. The one thing that's intriguing to me about Vegas, outside of it being Vegas, you have the potential of Raw and SmackDown being in the Sphere.
Oh, yeah, it's so fuck me.
Yeah,
God, did you just Sphere? I'm not gonna lie, this Sphere is fucking really cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool for no reason. I'm just like, I don't know how this isn't like. So there's a law in New Jersey that they want to get rid of, like those like funny highway signs tell you to buckle up or like get a ticket.
Yeah. Click it or
like
ticket.
They want to take those down because it's distracting. I don't know
Really?
how Vegas was. Yes, because drivers are stupid. They're complaining about it.
Okay.
Like it's distracting. Oh, but the billboard ad about like I hate Steven Singer is totally fine.
Seriously.
And the press reduction is totally fine. But anyway, my point is the Vegas Sphere, like how that's not a distraction.
Seriously.
To literally everybody for miles. It's astounding.
Like they've literally made the Sphere like a giant eyeball that like looks around. Like how does that not fuck somebody up?
Yeah, and how has it not been just a giant tit?
Seriously.
It's just like a Pam Anderson breast. Bam!
It's right up there.
Right there. For Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Be like, enjoy your white meat.
Yeah. Right. Raw or SmackDown, even NXT in the Sphere would be freaking unbelievable.
Yeah. It's just gonna be so expensive. Like
yeah.
hotels there are so. You much oh God. I look at the receipts for when I'm traveling for work because obviously I get like sometimes I get room service and I get like shipped a mini fridge. So I just look at the bill at the end. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, the
wow.
other thing for me is like, if they do push it back and they do Minnesota, honestly, I'd be down to see a Twins game. That ballpark
Yes.
looks fun.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
ballpark looks
that ballpark
so much.
looks incredible.
Yeah,
it looks incredible. It's just gonna be cold, which I'm not gonna like.
It's
but
fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'd be down to see a Twins game and just like try to survive the Mall of the Americas.
Although I wonder if the Twins would be home because that's gonna.
They would probably move them out.
They'd probably be on the road.
Yeah,
right?
they'd probably move them out.
The Phillies were on the road. That's the thing about these WrestleManias we keep going to. It's like we're gonna go see a baseball team, but
we're not.
Wait, we're replacing the baseball team.
Yeah, no, we're not. But I don't know how close Target Field is to US Bank Stadium, so they might be able to get away with it.
Sure, it could be really spread out.
Yeah,
but like it's the downtown area. Is just the city's gonna be packed.
Yeah, I'm interested in being in US Bank Arena. That place looks great. But who knows? We're gonna find out. We are going to find out next month, so fingers crossed. Watch that go to like New Orleans again. I'll be like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, fuck, dude, that might be. Well, it won't be my bachelor party. I think about it.
That might be it. But here's what we do know is that NXT is going to Vegas for Battleground on June 9th, and here's the kicker, Will. It's going to be held at UFC's Apex building. So for the first time ever, we are getting a little of WWE merging with UFC in a very creative way. The Apex building, I do not believe, you might know more than me, was I think Fight Island per se, but UFC, yes, it's Fight Island for people who don't know what UFC Apex is. NXT Battleground, one of their big shows of the year, is going to be in Fight Island at the UFC Apex building. And I don't know.
It's small.
I don't know how they're going to pull that off or what they're going to do or how tickets are going to be for that. But what are your initial thoughts, Will, on this creative leap that they're taking?
Oh, dude, they saved so much money not having to book a venue. Are you kidding me? They're like, hey, UFC, we're just going to borrow this warehouse. Hope you don't mind. Like, thanks, partner. You know, like we partnered for, partner. So, yeah, my first thought is, God damn, Nick Khan is a really good businessman.
Yeah.
The other Khan should take notes. And yeah, I mean, cool. I'm excited to see what they do. It's good. It's good publicity for the UFC. You know, the UFC is valued at what, like $11 billion. I came out the other day.
Yeah. So the breakdown. I didn't think I was going to mention that, but the breakdown is this: UFC is at 11, like 11.9. WWE is at like 9-ish, and then coming in third is like AEW with like 3.5, and it was Forbes is like. AEW
is like worth between 2 and 3 billion.
Yeah, 2 and 3 billion.
Which is crazy. Like honestly, let's take a pause there.
Yeah.
Like I know we like to shit on how bad of a business that is. AEW is from like a booking perspective, but you're valued at $2 billion. You're doing something right.
Yeah, you're doing something.
Like that is incredible news for AEW.
Yeah,
and I do not want to undercut that.
Yeah, I'm interested in how much they put into like the Khan family net worth as into that estimation of a number. I'm very interested in that.
It's like a credit line.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, like how long could you be in business?
Yeah, because you know, estimated worth is it's literally just a number.
It's a
guess. It's an educated
but
guess.
Still.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing people online being like, "Oh, everybody says AEW is bad, but they're number 3." I was like, the top two fighting companies are the same company, and if you add it together, it's over 20 billion compared to your 3. I get it's a great accolade, but you still got a long ways to go, guys.
Yeah, you could cut both of them in half,
and they're still more than you. Yeah,
and they're still in third. I mean, like take your W, but don't be comparing apples and oranges.
Seriously,
I mean, especially when you've been in business for 4 years,
5 over 5.
So you're still a young company, you know.
Yeah.
They're still going through growing pains, but. You know, just stop talking about CM Punk, and that's a start.
They're turning on Jericho now too. It's hysterical. I also
they are. That's weird.
Jericho's time has come. I find it interesting that the Battleground logo that we're looking at here on the screen looks kind of like Double or Nothing, which is happening around the same time.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. Also, I want to just touch on Taquan
What do you
saying
say?
Mania goes to Wyoming. Honestly, if they did a Sturgis Mania, I would not be that upset.
It would be like was it Hog Wild that they did there?
Hog Wild, yeah, it's like one of the Dakotas.
Yeah, it's Hog Wild. You're like WrestleMania Yellowstone Park, like.
Oh God.
You have to fight it.
That's when Yellowstone would burst and the world would end. WrestleMania 41, Doomsday.
You have to fight until the geyser goes off.
No kidding. Fight forever, but not really.
That'd be amazing. So NXT Battleground was announced. Also, over this weekend, is a crazy wrestling renaissance because TNA put on a fantastic show apparently over the weekend, and the highlight of the show was the return of Broken Matt Hardy. Broken Matt Hardy has returned to TNA. He is currently, I believe, a free agent, not under AEW contract, and the Broken One has returned. He took out TNA stalwart Moose. Yeah, let's get ready to pop some heads. And apparently is going to do, at least for what we know now, and according to my favorite person at Chipotle who talks wrestling with me as he makes my bowl.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's a good friend to have.
He's a great friend to have, actually.
You keep him close.
Oh yeah, no, I always wear wrestling stuff all the time, so he knows it's me. And my goodness, my bowl for lunch was stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. It was fantastic. I'm surprised I ate dinner. Be it as it may, Matt Hardy's on his Celtic Shack run. He just might be. He just might.
Wow, dude, that is a burn. Shaq was really bad on the Celtics.
Yeah.
I forgot he was on the Celtics.
It's yeah. I think he called himself the Big AARP when he was on the Celtics.
Yeah.
Or something like, no, that was his retirement nickname. But no, Broken Matt Hardy is back. There was hints that Matt Hardy might be on his way back to be a potential member of the infamous Wyatt Six. Which would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
But for right now, we know he's making a stop in TNA, maybe gonna do something with Moose. Who knows how long he's gonna stay. But things are really incredibly balanced in wrestling right now. Like TNA is making headlines on a consistent basis this year. And I don't think I've been around wrestling for that long to recognize the last time that TNA did something like that. I know you have, Will, but not me.
It's amazing. It's amazing how they're just a cockroach of wrestling. They just will not fucking die.
Yeah.
They just won't go away.
Not at all.
But every now and then they just you know, it's the same guys coming in and out.
They get it right
where
somehow.
It's like, all right, I'll watch this guy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch TNA. You know what? Kurt Angle's there for 6 years. All right, I'll watch TNA. So it's next thing you know, Sting will be there.
Yeah, right. Because you just can't retire. Can't retire at all. Also, TNA has Joe Hendry and the greatest theme song in wrestling right now. Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I do not. He's not real.
You need to believe in Joe Hendry.
He's not real. Like he can't hurt me.
I'm waiting for a baseball player to use it as their walk-up song. Think about that.
All right. Maybe when DJ comes back.
Yeah, right. Say his name and he appears. I believe in LeMahieu.
Although he hurt his foot in his rehab.
Did he break it?
Rehabs. I don't know, but he left his rehab game early because his foot was sore.
Jesus, how are the Yanks doing? By the way, I have not been able to keep
it's
score.
It's like 4-3.
Okay, that's a little bit too close for my liking.
Yeah, Strowman has set up a bunch of solo.
It's a weird time in New York where the Knicks are like the hottest team. It's a very weird time in New York right now.
Yeah, not for long though.
Yeah. Let them get through the first round, and then it'll just like
the Celtics are no joke.
I don't believe in God, but I sure as hell do believe in Joe Hendry. That's right, Taquan. That's exactly what you're supposed to say. So yeah,
the Yankees get a lot of strikeouts. Strowman has 8 Ks.
Jesus Christ, Marcus Stroman.
Schmidt had 9 the other night. Like Rodon had a bunch last night. The Yankees get a lot of strikeouts.
That's good to hear. And somehow TNA doesn't strike out. at all in any way, shape, or form. So that's all the news that's been in the boot. We would talk about AEW Dynasty if you just watched it, but we heard good things. So I do want to acknowledge from AEW Dynasty that AEW actually did something that took WWE over 50 years to do, and that is crown an African American World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to Swerve, who has become the top guy by beating Samoa Joe in AEW Dynasty. So that is something to note for them right now. But it is time, folks, to talk about the WWE draft. So historically, in the past couple of years, in the past couple of times that they have done a draft in WWE, it has only been literally SmackDown and Raw, and they split it up where Raw would get 3 picks to SmackDown's 2 picks based on the hours that show is on TV on a weekly basis.
And it made sense. It was stupid, but it made sense. Like I got it.
Yeah.
I was like, I would have done that too.
It made a lot of logical sense. So now that the old guard is out of the way, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels, formerly known as the original members of DX, run the show, which in a wrestling fan kayfabe perspective is the wildest thing you can think of. Like, think about when they got formed. Like, what's the wildest thing you can think of? Oh, yeah, DX runs WWE. Well, folks, DX runs WWE quite literally. And
at least creatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DX runs WWE creatively. And as Triple H's vision originally was this entire time, he wanted NXT to be the third brand. And it is seemingly the route that they are going, with NXT officially being the third brand in the WWE draft. So there's no more. I think they're going to move away from NXT being purely developmental. I feel like a lot of people will get their start in NXT, but with NXT getting essentially their own new TV deal on the CW, which is going to be the television station that's on like almost any form of television. Like, it's on the most TVs in all of them, in all of America.
It's not a huge network, but
it's there. It's you can find it. That's the thing.
People they know it exists.
They know it exists. And then you have Raw, which is going to be obviously the established brand moving to Netflix, and SmackDown going over to USA later on in the year. They're starting to move. They're starting to pivot NXT into a more prominent role in their TV lexicon.
Do they tour? You think they tour?
I think they're going to move to touring soon.
Bigger arenas?
Maybe, or I think they'll do, and it's not a jab, and I think they're going to do AW size arenas maybe to start off, or something a little smaller.
Yeah, what the arena we did in Providence for Money in the Bank.
Correct. Yeah.
Like the college arenas.
Yeah, I think they'll do college arenas.
Yeah, like Syracuse.
Yeah, because I think you do college arenas. That is also a good recruiting tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do
I think NXT should remain as like I'm totally fine with it being a third brand and being in the draft and more like included in WWE programming to get like the audience you lost back. It's a great way to get the audience you lost, like me trying to get them back into NXT.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, come back. We're sorry. So we're better now. All right. Like, hey, you up? Like,
seriously.
So I think it's smart to make them more known and included. However, that developmental process is so important and core to getting someone from the indies and getting them used to the WWE style. Like, it's so important. Like, Jade needed those 6 months in developmental without being on TV.
Yeah.
So which will always be there, right? The Performance Center is not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
But I like that NXT is a place where you can go and be on TV and make mistakes.
Yes.
And try things out and have a playground. Like, it's almost better that no one watches or less people watch because you can fuck up and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, the LWO, like Joaquin Wilde and Cruz, you know the spot they did where they catapulted him off the yeah, they first did that on an episode of NXT, and it got it was an NXT spot, and it went viral. It's a crazy spot, especially as small as the NXT arena is. That they kept doing it, and now they were able to do that same spot at WrestleMania, and it's still a great spot.
Yeah,
like, NXT as a testing ground for things is a great concept as well. But I think Trips is going to move to Trips and Mr. Hickenbottom are going to move to making it more inclusive with with things going on. Which so in that manner, the draft is going to have you're going to have some superstars who aren't being used regularly, or maybe even have past NXT, star power going back to NXT to help kind of even out the playing field per se with them. So with that being said, we are going to initiate our own version, our prediction. This is going to be a part of our official yearly prediction battle right now of where we think the draft is going to, where the superstars are going to end up during the draft. So the draft is a 2-show process. The first part of a draft is going to be on SmackDown. Obviously, there will probably be picks that are not televised. And then the second half of the draft will be after Monday Night Raw this past Monday. So the full roster is at our disposal. Every member of KOTR has been given GM powers for prospective brands. Kayfabe, who is not here with us, is the GM of Raw.
Fucking cheated.
Yeah, so Kayfabe's picks have already been put in. Oh, it's going to be 67 tomorrow. I'm going to bring out the short shorts. Will Tarashak, Willie T, has been selected as the GM of SmackDown, and myself will be the general manager of NXT. With that being said, everybody is able to be drafted, including champions. The only champions that are not eligible to be drafted are the NXT champions, and that is because the NXT championships are brand specific. So it's the NXT Women's Champion, the NXT Men's Champion, the NXT North American Champion, the NXT Women's North American Champion.
Right, you can't put them.
I'm not moving them. The only champions that are not going to be able to be selected from Raw and SmackDown are the Kabuki Warriors, since they are the only women's tag champions. They will be floating.
Rotate. They go everywhere.
They will be floating, and they can go anywhere they want, so they will not be able to be selected. So we're not going to do the entire roster because that would be absolute madness, and WWE hasn't released their format for this draft at all. So what we are going to do is we are going to do 10 rounds of selection. So each brand will have 10 choices. You can select an individual superstar, obviously a champion, because you're going to need on Raw and SmackDown a world, a women's, a mid-card, and a tag champion. So those are kind of pre-selected already since Kay already put in their picks. But you can also select tag teams and or factions. They do count as one pick for your brand. So if you were to pick, like, for instance, A-Town Down Under, just using them as an example, even though they are champions, they are a tag team. The tag teams count as one pick. Pretty Deadly as a group count as one pick. Final Testament, Akam, Razor, Paul Ellering, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, all count as one pick. So that is how we're going to go. So with that being said, let's open up the first round, which is kind of already selected, except for me, with the world champions, Kayfabe. We're going to talk about Kayfabe selection. I kind of have a feeling I know why Kayfabe chose this person as their champion of champions for the brand. Is Damian Priest remains on Raw, according to Kayfabe, as the world heavyweight champion. And I will say this, I believe it's because Damian Priest is now getting social media buzz as being called the bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I see it. I totally see it. Like, this guy kicks ass, but he can also down a cock.
What I do like about
and the purple, the tights, the deep voice, the mustache,
it's all there. It's all there. It's all there.
I mean, power to him, man. His name is Punishment.
Punishment Martinez was his original name. Yeah.
His indie name was Punishment. Like, come on. It's all there. I'm just saying, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, and it waddles, it's a duck.
That's the other good thing about what I noticed in on Raw this week. Damian Priest and Jay are going to be fighting at Backlash, which we're going to talk about, I think, next week. We're going to do a Backlash prediction show. So we're in pay-per-view hell at the moment.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
They let Damian and Jey Uso do an elongated segment. Like, the promos seem to be less scripted and more kind of ad-lib between the superstars and competitors on Raw. Like, Sheamus and Drew went at it too.
Interesting. No, this is last night.
Yeah, this is last night on Raw. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it probably tomorrow.
Yeah,
or tonight when we get off here, maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of. I will say this. Sheamus did the whole banger after banger thing, and Drew was like, "Well, judging by the look of you, it looks like it's burger after burger after burger after burger."
Man, poor Sheamus. Like, okay, like the picture going around, personally, I think was just a bad angle. He doesn't look awful.
He doesn't.
He's don't worry, he's in worse shape than when he left, but he thought his career was over.
He
like,
had a
month
bad
ago.
neck. He had a really bad neck injury.
Yeah, like he was fucked up.
Yeah.
So, is he chunky? Yeah, he's a
He'll
little
get
big.
it back. He'll be fine.
He'll get it back.
Yeah.
But also, his old music is back.
Yes, it is. Yes,
The OG song. I was like, is that the it's a shameful day? Like my favorite. Am I a Sheamus fan now? Can I draft Sheamus first? Like, that was what happened.
That
here?
was one of the jokes. They were like, too many pies, too many
Too
pies.
many pies. Oh. Like, dude, it's a great song. I was so shocked when I heard it.
Yeah, so
I put down my Steam Deck. I was like, there's no way.
yeah. So with that being said, obviously Damian Priest, that means Will Tarashuk, the GM of SmackDown, gets adrenaline in his soul,
Yeah.
something Cody Rhodes, which I mean, you essentially have the franchise of WWE on your show currently right now.
Where do you think he gets drafted real life?
Oh boy.
He has to go to Raw.
I don't know.
Dude, you want your poster boy on Raw to bring in that Netflix deal. So when The Rock comes back, it's on net. Like, when does Rock come back? When do they debut on Netflix? That's when The Rock comes back.
January of 2025.
Yeah, that's when The Rock comes back.
I think he stays on SmackDown because SmackDown is broadcast TV.
So is Raw until the end of the year.
No,
though.
it's Fox
Until
compared. It's
October.
Fox compared to USA.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is right now.
So you're gonna trust Damian Priest to lead Raw into the Netflix deal?
At least until October, because remember, we still don't know what the hell they're doing from October to January because the
Okay.
the USA deal ends in October, and they have 3 months to figure out what the hell they're gonna do.
Honestly, this is gonna be a good test for where WWE sees the market.
Yeah,
Like, where do they currently see more value in the market? Is it still broadcast TV with all those ad dollars and Fox money, or is it we got to put our horse behind streaming and Netflix?
I think they
Honestly,
I think they showed their hand with the Netflix deal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but now you guys see who's your main guy gonna go to, net streaming or cable?
Yeah,
Like, because Cody's the main guy. Like, I like Damian Priest, but Cody's the guy.
Cody's
He's the
the
top
guy.
guy in the company.
Yeah.
He's the guy. So you're gonna have your guy lead you to Netflix streaming or potentially more money in cable. It's just an interesting thing to see. I can't
I don't know.
say you're wrong and disprove your argument, other than just I think Netflix is the better option because it's
Yeah, I think it's more so.
know.
It's more so like Cody's still a babyface Homelander.
Yeah.
and it's like Homelander on Fox. It makes perfect sense. They eat that shit
Fair
up. They eat that shit up.
I think he goes to Raw, but you're gonna go SmackDown. Well, he's drafting me on SmackDown, so I get
yeah,
the
he's
point.
on
I get the
SmackDown.
point if he goes. I get the point if he goes.
Exactly,
To
you
SmackDown.
will get the point. So if our selections are correct, then we get a point towards our prediction. Which, like I said, I haven't gone through the AEW Dynasty stuff yet. So
That's fine.
Will tentatively is still in the lead by at least 2.
I love how we're slowly turning the show into fantasy wrestling. So play with us at home. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, we could always rebrand. I'll talk to the Queen, and we can always restart the fantasy wrestling league that I did for a while. It's fun.
Yeah, totally.
It is very fun. Okay, so my first pick is going to be. I don't think an actual controversy here, but it's going to be the first, I think, shocker of the whole thing, especially since his group's been doing so well, but he hasn't been doing well. However, he did officially say he has re-signed, and there was nothing like his second run in NXT that kind of showed everybody who the fuck he is as a performer. Finn Balor to NXT.
Oh, you're taking Finn?
Mhm.
That's your second pick.
That's my first pick because I don't have
That's your first. Oh, you have a champion?
my champions are already selected. Because remember, they're brand specific. So like,
Oh, okay. So we're doing 10 picks plus champions or 10 picks including champions?
so my champions aren't eligible because I'm already in NXT. So like, why would I put them in the draft pool?
Oh, right.
Because they're brand
right,
specific.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
So
Okay,
some of
your
your
first pick,
picks are
okay.
already picked for you because Kay was not here.
Because K already picked.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
got it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm going with Finn. I think Finn returns to NXT. I think if you're going to elevate NXT to an inkling of what it used to be when it originally started, you need somebody who was kind of quote unquote an NXT original, who also in his second return had a phenomenal run and carried that brand like
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, like once the Undisputed left, Finn Balor came in as just like, hey,
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah, no, he did an excellent job. He doesn't need Judgment Day. Judgment Day did its job with Rhea and Damian. Judgment Day is falling apart at the seams, kind of in a weird way.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine for Finn to leave. So I'm going officially with Finn Balor as my first pick. So there's that. So let's move on. Then from that, obviously kayfabe's pick. We're gonna go with the women's world champion. Obviously, my women's world champion is already selected. So technically, currently already on my roster is Ilya, Roxanne Perez. I didn't think they were gonna move Roxanne anyways. To be honest with you, Obafemi. Sorry, Will.
I doubt I was gonna draft him. I swear to fucking Christ.
The Heritage Cup champion and the NXT tag champ, the men's tag champs are also there as well. But kayfabe is gonna make things really interesting because I think this is a high possibility of happening. Bayley goes from SmackDown, according to Kay, to Raw. So that means you'd have the world champion on Raw and the WWE Women's Champion on Raw as well. And I think there's a high possibility of them splitting up and mix and matching world like WWE titles and world titles because that's what makes the most sense. If you're going to get away from those brand specific titles, that gives you the freedom to mix things up. And I think that's actually what's going to happen with Bayley. And I like the Bayley move because which means Will gets Becky Lynch, even though Bayley is hot right now, she still doesn't have the Becky Lynch star power. And if you're going to push, Fox because they're on broadcast TV, you're going to need some heavy hitters. And Becky, who won the Battle Royal, to get Rhea's title, I think Becky going to SmackDown would be a power move just based on star power alone. And Bayley can do what she needs to do on Raw. Also, Michael Cole's on Raw, and there's nothing like the Bayley and Michael Cole rivalry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Bayley going to Raw is also a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I did like how all the world titles were on one brand and all the WWE titles were on another brand, but I guess it makes sense what you're saying to split them up because that just makes them brand specific also. So you didn't really change anything.
Yeah.
So in that case, I am a rejected Wyatt 6 member. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so it makes sense to mix and mash and split them up. So I think Bayley also makes sense on Raw, but on my pick, I'm glad I got Becky Lynch. Actually, let me rephrase. I'm glad it's not Liv Morgan.
It's a good swerve. I do want to talk about Liv not getting the title.
Becky win the title. I think it's a mistake. I think Triple H should have rode the hot hands, strike when the iron's hot, and give that heat to Liv because she would make her a mega star. Instead, they played it safe and they went with Becky. Which I understand.
Yeah, it was a desperation move.
Yeah, it's like when all else fails, you give it to Cena.
Yeah, that's what it is. And like, kudos to Becky because Becky was guaranteed a break. Yeah. She wasn't supposed to be around and she got called back and now she's doing this. Like her and Seth had surgery, so Seth's not around for a while because he tore his meniscus. Seth wrestled at WrestleMania in 2 matches with a torn meniscus, which I thought was wild, but he pulled it off and he is the MVP of WrestleMania 40. No one can take that away from him. But I think Becky winning is great because I still think you have to build Liv. The best version of Liv Morgan that we've ever seen is when she goes absolutely batshit insane and out of her mind. And Liv is not crazy enough yet to where they need her. So Liv trying to get the title on this events who are never getting it, she needs to go absolutely berserk before she gets that title. And then you bring back Rhea.
And she gets squashed.
Yeah.
We was probably about 6-8 months.
Depending on how bad that break is, it's going to be a while. Yeah. It's going to be a while. She might come back in the fall. It's a crappy situation.
I don't know, man. Giving the belt to Becky it's something Vince would have done.
I think it's just that Becky's hot. She's got the book tour, and Liv's been gone for a while. Liv still hasn't been consistently built up yet.
Yeah, but she has those fans. Liv Morgan fans are bizarre people.
They are.
Those diehard Liv Morgan fans. I'm like, just why? What am I missing? Is it me?
I would have loved Liv to get the title, but I think that also kind of runs the story short.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see.
okay, I'll take Becky
I
Lynch.
want Liv. I just need Liv to be crazier. She needs to go Harley Quinn psychotic.
Yeah,
And she's.
and then you got Roxanne Perez.
I already have
You
Roxanne.
lucky bastard.
Yes, but with my official second pick, I'm gonna go with another NXT stalwart or a prominent NXT talent who came through the WWE system through NXT and took the world by storm. And to be honest with you, this person's not really being utilized that great anyways on Raw or SmackDown. So I'm taking Shinsuke.
I'm gonna take Shinsuke.
I'm gonna take Shinsuke. Yeah.
It's a good pick. It's a good, really good pick. It's a very, very, very good pick and one that could actually happen.
Yeah, seriously. Like
I think his character would do very well in NXT. His anime character would do very well in NXT.
He'd be perfect. Yeah, anime Shinsuke I think works perfectly.
Him and Ilya would be a really fun feud.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean Shinsuke against Obafemi.
No. That would hurt. It would hurt to watch.
Yeah. So I think Shinsuke is a great move. Again, it gives the more hardcore, more nostalgic NXT fans something to go back to NXT for to see what's up. Do they retain that audience? Who knows? We got to see how they're utilized, but it gives them something to look into a little bit more. So let's move on. Obviously your first couple picks are going to be your champion picks. So we're going to move over to the mid cards. Obviously kayfabe, in kind of a shocker to me. Taking Logan Paul, the United States champion.
I'm so mad.
And moving him from SmackDown to Monday Night Raw, which means you get lovable Sami Zayn on SmackDown as your Intercontinental Champion, which I don't think is actually going to occur. Usually, if anything happens on a draft, it's usually the mid-card champion switch. Yeah. Historically, that's what has occurred. But in my opinion, I don't think that actually occurs. I think Logan Paul, being that socialite, being that social media person, you need him on broadcast TV. I don't think.
Oh, Taquan, just you wait. By the way,
yeah. Also, I have this not a pipe dream. I have this fantasy of him forming a true faction with A-Town Down Under. They're perfect. They're tailor-made for each other.
They are really good for each other. So you think they both stay on SmackDown?
In my opinion, yes. I don't think this actually occurs.
I agree. I think Logan Paul should be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
The bigger name for celebrity should be on the bigger brand, which is Fox.
Yeah. That's what I think happens.
Especially if his brother's going to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you need him on Fox.
You need him on Fox.
It probably is easier for a schedule since Fox is on since SmackDown's on a Friday.
Yeah.
Travel.
But I like Sammy. That's a good roster. I got
Sammy's a good pick.
I got Cody. I got the three top baby faces: Cody, Becky, and Sammy.
Yeah. It's good.
I need to draft some heels, dude. Where are my heels?
I need to draft my third person. I don't even know right now. I gotta see my third pick for this right now.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck over and keep it NXT.
I'm not doing somebody because he's not ready yet. I already know who I'm gonna pick. Actually, you gave me he still needs seasoning right now before you move in the Raw or SmackDown. But he's so good, and I don't want to take anything from him. Trick Williams.
You're keeping Trick?
I'm keeping Trick. I also didn't want you to take Trick.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I'm keeping Trick.
I would not have taken Trick. So you drafted him too early.
Yeah, I mean, but I have theoretically more draft picks than you do because you already have the champions picked.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
That's Case
plus
fault.
champ.
That's Case
You get
fault.
10 picks. You get 10 picks plus champions.
Well, the champions aren't. I don't consider them draftable.
Right, but they're still on your roster.
They're still on my roster. Yeah.
So you have a bigger roster.
Theoretically, yes. We're only doing 10 rounds, and we don't even know if they're going to give NXT that many picks in the draft as well. They could do like a 3-2-1, which would be so messed up.
What they should do is like NXT. Anytime we draft someone, you get to draft someone back.
That'd be cool.
So it's like
that'd be cool.
It's just because if they like their first pick is like, oh, it's Ilya Dragunov, we want to keep our champion, but it's like, but you could have taken Roman Reigns. Like, what are you doing? I mean, like you could have taken Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso.
Yeah.
You could have taken anybody. So it's just like that's the hard part about NXT being a draft. I mean, grant they haven't announced the rules yet,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens. But that's the only problem I have with this draft. Like, it would make more sense if we raid you, you get to raid us.
Yeah. I'm gonna be interested to see how they put that all together, with everything occurring with NXT. So SmackDown's gonna be really interesting to watch. So moving on to, I guess, your final automatic picks is your tag champions.
Tag teams.
Yep. Kayfabe has selected, for like their own. Well, no, there's pretty good balance between heels and faces in their champions. Kayfabe has selected Awesome Truth, the World Tag Team Champions, to remain on Raw, which means you get A-Town Down Under as your WWE Tag Champions on SmackDown. Listen, A-Town, you have someone with A-Town Down Under. I just think they need Logan Paul with them.
Yeah, they need a
leader.
They need a big brother.
Yeah, and I think they would be fantastic. But it's because I think it's because Kayfabe loves Awesome Truth, and like, who doesn't? Because Truth's amazing.
Yeah, they're the best. They're incredible.
They're absolutely amazing. Oh God, my pick now. Then it's going to be like pretty much even Stevens between me and you, at least. I gotta pick. Oh, I actually know who I'm gonna pick, and this is just I need a locker room leader and a veteran, especially when this NXT Women's North America title comes into play. And I'm being generous and taking Natty away from everybody. So Natty goes to NXT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Natty because I also need a female in this draft. But yeah, it's not the last female I'm gonna take, but I'm taking Natty. There's my fourth pick. Moving on, it's gonna be kind of up in the air for you now, Will. So Kayfabe. This is we're midway through Kayfabe, round 5. Has selected their first faction, and boy, is it a steal.
This is bullshit. This is such bullshit.
It is an absolute juggernaut of a pick in the big 3, known as Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi as a faction going to Raw. I also don't think this actually occurs. I think you keep them on SmackDown, especially since Jade was announced as a SmackDown signee not too long ago.
Yeah, keep them on SmackDown.
But for our purposes, huge pickup for Raw, and much to the dismay of Will Tarashuk. So, Will, this is your first toss-up pick. Who do you got?
It's my first pick, baby.
Yeah.
I'm drafting Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is going to SmackDown.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No question about it. I need that big giant hairy man on my roster.
Big giant hairy petty man on your roster.
So petty.
No, it is kind of crazy. All right. So my next pick, for NXT, so I'm going through the roster. It's definitely not scripts. Again, these are people who have some sort of name that weren't utilized well enough, and this is someone that I think if they are healthy, which I believe they are, and they're ready to go, you bring them back. I'm going with Daddy DeVille.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, Sonya.
I like Sonya. She had a great run in that Daddy DeVille character. She obviously had the legal dispute with that stalker for a while. She's kind of been away. I think
she got married.
She got married as well. Yeah, she had a lot of good and bad things happen to her. But if she's healthy, if she's ready to go, that character is NXT ready, where she can get a little bit more creative freedom. If that's the route that they're going to go with that, and she can reestablish that character. I really thought she had something with the whole when she turned on Mandy and then Mandy became Mandy.
Yes,
you know.
1000%.
Yeah, she did.
There's talent there. There's shit there to work with.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with Daddy DeVille. I think Daddy DeVille is a great character because NXT's getting the women's mid card title, so that needs to be boosted with some women who can be potential threats, and also women who you can be like, yeah, that's a good first champion to work everything off of. So that's why
Yep.
I'm going with Daddy DeVille there. Next, we're halfway through now, moving pretty quickly because we have to pick some champions. But Kayfabe with their selection in the 6th round goes interesting. Going with Alba Fire, not Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, just Alba Fire in this selection. Formerly known as Kaylee Ray, one of the longest reigning champions in WWE from the redacted women's NXT UK Championship. She had a crazy run. And there is potential there. She's just not really being utilized right now on Raw and or SmackDown. But Kay is taking them Alba Fire at number 6. Very interesting pick. Interesting pick there for that women's division. But Will Tarashak, who do you got?
Oh, dude, I know I'm gonna piss you off at this
What
one.
is
I'm
this?
taking Carmelo.
I'm
Hayes.
not even pissed off because I didn't think Carmelo was going to stay anyways.
Yep, Carmelo Hayes is coming up to the blue brands because Melo don't miss, and he's gonna knock the fuck out of Sami Zayn. Let me tell you something.
Listen, Carmelo Hayes is going to be the jewel of a draft in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to SmackDown.
Yeah, he's the jewel of the draft, hands down, no questions asked. He can come after Cody. He can be a really big deal.
Eventually.
Yeah,
eventually.
really big deal after Cody. I am so happy we were able to. It's one of my points of pride in the podcast that we were able to sponsor his final match on the Indies.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. Okay, so NXT again. Who is not being used? Who can I keep from NXT? Actually, is a better question that I want to keep
You
down
can
there
keep
for.
Chase U.
I love Chase U. I don't care what anybody says.
I'd just take Noam Dar.
Oh, you gave me a good idea. I was like, I could steal all of Metaphor from
Go
here.
for it. I'm not gonna take him.
Yeah, you know what it is?
Although they're probably gonna stay there anyway, right? So if you don't draft, it stays there.
Well, we don't know. We're only doing 10 rounds. We don't even know how rounds. These are just, we're being like, if we were going to pick a top 10, who are the top 10 people we'd keep or pick for our brand? Oh, let's see. Yeah, screw it. I'm picking Metaphor. I think Metaphor stays. They're so NXT perfect. Like there's like I want Noam Dar to kind of return, but he's doing such good work with Metaphor. And so Metaphor including Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson, who I saw in person waiting online for those photos. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow is all I have to say about Jakara Jackson. So yeah, I'm going with my first faction in Metaphor. Moving on. A very surprising pick for K in round 7. Going with Baron Corbin. Returning to Raw.
Yeah, I didn't see that one
Neither
coming,
did
but
I.
honestly, probably correct. Did they drop the tag belts?
They did drop the tag belt, so they are
Nice, thank
yeah.
God.
Well, because Braun Breaker had also technically signed to SmackDown.
Yeah. Well, I'm drafting him next.
Yeah.
So.
So you're going with Braun Breaker?
I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
easy.
honestly, we didn't get to talk about this WrestleMania weekend because so many good things happen on WrestleMania
So much
weekend. And
shit.
God forbid you forget about Baron Corbin. But Baron Corbin wrestled the greatest match he ever wrestled.
He did fantastic.
At TakeOver.
Absolutely fantastic.
I turned to Charles. I'm like, am I cheering for Baron Corbin? And I was. He looked great. He looked great. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
So I hope Baron Corbin gets another shot at the main roster because he's underappreciated.
I agree with that. He is underappreciated. He does a lot of things really well.
Yes.
He does a lot of things really well.
But not like incredibly well. He's like a B at everything.
Yeah, but it's a solid B.
It's a solid B.
A solid B.
He's like an 86. He's almost a B plus.
Yeah, it's a solid B. How's Beth Phoenix?
But at everything,
Yeah,
like everything, he's a B at. Like he is literally like what's the Bret Hart scale? He is a 21 on the Bret Hart scale.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a solid.
Sevens
Look.
across the board.
Yeah, it's a solid look. It's a solid. All right, so my pick NXT. I just had him too. But I could do really well. Oh no, I'm not gonna take her. Oh, that's why I am gonna take this person. Someone who, for some reason, they're just not getting right on the roster right now, and they're not. I don't know why, but it's just not hitting. But she needs to. she needs to really find her footing again because it looks like they brought her up and there's not really for her. Indy Hartwell goes to NXT, returns to NXT.
Interesting. Yeah, totally possible. She's just not doing anything. She just doesn't really exist.
They're trying
That's
something
not-
with her and Candace, but it's not hitting for me, and so I think we need to reset Indy.
Yeah, dude, it's on Hulu Raw, so.
Yeah, we need to reset Indy Hartwell. Moving on, round 8. Kay is really just fantasy booking right now, and this is just showing you how much Kay watched NXT UK compared to the rest of us. But Kay is picking the thick boys from Gallus, all 3 members, Wolfgang and the 2 brothers, going as a faction to.
Did you miss?
Monday
Did you
Night
miss
Raw.
one?
What do you mean?
Above Baron? Did you say Ilya?
What do you mean, Ilya?
Yeah, Kay drafted Ilya Dragunov if he drops.
Oh, I put that at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay,
I
at the
reset
bottom,
it
alright.
because I was like,
Okay, got
yeah,
it. Okay,
'cause
got
I was
it.
like,
Yeah,
what
I'm-
happens if
I'm,
he-
going, I'm going off their original list.
yeah,
on
I switched
Discord.
it up. My bad. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So
So Gallus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
who is
Gallus.
Gallus? They're a tag team?
they're a faction. There's 3 of them. It's Wolfgang and Joe and Mark Coffey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a faction.
You do need a
So-
faction. You do not have a faction whatsoever right now.
Yeah, because Judgment Day is already taken, because they go with Damien.
Well, no, Kay picked Damien's as one. So, and I took Finn.
You took Finn?
Yeah.
Do I want the rest of Judgment? So you don't take the rest of Judgment Day?
No, I just wanted Finn.
You think they're gonna be broken up?
I think
Okay.
they're slowly like Dom's moving away. Now that Rhea's gone,
God
yeah.
damn it. All right, I guess I'm taking Bobby Lashley's group.
Oh, the Lashley Profits and BFAB. I don't want
Yeah,
to
they're-
call them the Pride, but that's what they're called technically.
Yeah, they're very mid.
They're not. You could have taken the LWO.
Yeah, let me take them instead. I'll take Rey Mysterio and Carlito.
You want Ray and Carlito?
Yeah.
Or do you want the LWO?
The LWO, Ray and
Okay.
Carlito are included.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Does
So that's Ray, Carlito,
Zelina
Zelina,
and Joaquin Wild and
Joaquin, and the other one.
Cruz? Yeah, Cruz del
Yes.
Toro. Yeah, all of
Yes.
them.
So those 5.
Those 5. Does that also include Andrade? Because I feel
Yes.
that does include Andrade.
Yes.
That's a great pickup. that's
Great
a
pickup.
great
I have a
pickup.
very full roster now.
Yeah, it's a great pickup.
I only need to draft one more lady. I haven't drafted one yet.
You haven't
other than
drafted a
Becky.
lady at all. You got 2 more picks to draft women. I know who you should pick. But let me go to pick mine. I just picked Indy. But also includes Dragon Lee in the LWO as well because he's technically there.
Oh, he always gets injured, so that's fine. I'm going to debut with Randy Orton kicking him in the head and say, "Sorry, Dragon, it's the season premiere."
Oh my god!
I love bringing that segment up on the podcast whenever every draft year I use it. It's a great gimmick.
It's great.
And how has Randy Orton not been drafted yet?
That's-
Or Kevin Owens?
That's. I will. Yeah, I know.
I'm just redrafting like the rest of SmackDown. Like,
As
all
you
my
go
picks are pretty much already on SmackDown.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna lose this draft.
Yeah, so. First,
Kay fucked me.
Kay screwed you up so badly. Next person I'm picking for NXT, somebody who needs to do something while their partner's away, and they already kind of had some good eyes there when they kind of mic checked Obafemi. Ivar goes to NXT.
Yes, he's already there, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I solidify
call.
Ivar
Great
in
draft
NXT.
pick. Yep.
Because him and Obafemi could have a classic series of matches.
Yeah, like really unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like Obi's gonna be like, "Oh man, you can move."
Yeah. I think that's where it's going to go. All right. 2 more picks left for everybody. Kayfabe taking Lyra Valkyria from NXT after losing to Roxanne Perez. Taking Lyra Valkyria, moving her to Monday Night Raw. I like Lyra. I think she could be main roster ready. And I think you got to put her with Becky Lynch. Because Becky's really helped, get her over. And Lyra did beat Becky for the NXT women's title. And it's a good call. There's also a big woman that you haven't picked up yet. I'm not even going to pick her to spite you, Will. But Lyra Valkyria to Raw. Very interesting pick. I don't know if that's gonna happen or work out, but I think Lyra is Raw and SmackDown ready at this point.
I agree.
Yeah. So who do you got? Well, second to last pick for you. You need women outside of
I
Zelina
know.
Vega.
So I'm gonna take Damage Control.
Okay.
That's Dakota, EO, and then I know the tag champions float, but they still get
They
drafted.
still get a
technically.
home, yeah.
They still get a home, so they're primarily on SmackDown, but they can go everywhere else.
Mhm. So that's
So
the
the Kabuki Warriors, EO, and Dakota.
correct. Yes. It's a good pick.
There's my women's division.
You're missing.
They're split
You're
up into two.
missing one person, but that's just me. So sorry. So damn.
Well, take them because I don't know who you're talking about.
No, I'm not going to. Because that would
I
be.
guess I could take Charlotte, right?
No, I'm not gonna take Charlotte. Charlotte back in NXT would be freaking. God, people would be so mad.
Yeah, it'd be really
So
dumb.
mad.
It'd be really
They bring
dumb.
her back to NXT and she takes the North American Championship as the inaugural champion.
God, that would be pretty awesome, though.
For me, again, this is just a. I'm gonna pick another one. It's probably my last woman that I'm gonna pick. It's only because she's almost got it, but she needs to be in NXT more, and she can learn a lot from Natty, especially because she's going up against Natty at the time of his recording tonight in an NXT Underground match. This NXT perfected the Underground gimmick, and it's so good. Lola Vice remains on NXT for now.
Okay.
Lola Vice, former UFC fighter, going up against Natty in NXT Underground, man. I cannot wait to watch that because I learned the power of a DVR. But I think Lola Vice is a solid pick. All right, so final pick, of our 10 rounds.
Damn, dude, I
pick.
want more picks. I feel cheated.
I mean, you can start. We can just ad lib some final bonus picks for us. We'll see how it goes.
Shit,
So
we got time to kill.
yeah, we have some time to kill. We're making good time. We're at 105 right now. So Kayfabe's last pick. Kayfabe is predicting an upset and Trick Williams beating Ilya Dragunov. So it's going to be a little bit of a caveat. So if Ilya Dragunov drops tonight, Kayfabe is going to select them to go to Monday Night Raw. However, if Ilya Dragunov does retain, which I believe will actually occur, then Kayfabe's selection will be a returning Braun Strowman to Monday Night Raw as well. So a pretty interesting big man.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. That's actually a really good pick by Kay.
Yeah. So
I'm not mad at.
yeah. So final pick, Will, for SmackDown. Who can you pick up?
Damn, man.
There's one that you haven't picked yet. That's a no brainer for you. I'm not telling you what it is until after you make the pick, and after I make my pick, which I just figured out what I want to do.
Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. Let me do the bloodline.
Oh, that is a solid one. Which
Yeah, I get Roman. I didn't pick Jimmy. Not Jay. Do I get Jimmy?
you get Jimmy. I guess you get
Roman,
Jimmy now. Yeah,
Solo, Paul, and Tamatonga.
and The Rock technically,
And The Rock, and all future.
and all future bloodline.
And all future bloodline. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the bloodline.
Yeah, what do you think of essentially Solo Sikoa being the Suge Knight of the bloodline?
Dude, I love what Solo is doing.
I love what they're doing with Tamatonga and everything. Like, I love the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a very good wrinkle because Solo's gonna run house. Roman's gonna come back.
Be like, what the hell
And
are you
then
doing?
Solo's-
Yeah.
Solo's gonna be like, "You lost too." And then thump. Losing has consequences. And you lost, my tribal chief. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Roman as a face, but yeah, the fact that we wanted Roman to go away and then literally 10 days later we want Roman is bizarre. Wrestling
Listen,
fans.
Roman's doing fine. He's got a deal with Jordan Brand for sneakers, which is
Yeah, he's doing a movie. He's doing a movie.
he's
too.
doing a movie, which is absurd. Like, Roman's fine. Let Roman get us. Literally, I'm not a sneakerhead, but I would buy, my dumb wrestling self would buy Roman sneakers.
I probably would. Too.
From Jordan
I would
Brand,
I
yeah.
would acknowledge him. He acknowledged me
They
once.
acknowledged me once.
Yeah, like I'd probably buy
The
them.
Bloodline 2s.
Yeah, the Bloodline 2s. I'm predicting gonna be dope shoes.
Probably are.
But yeah, I love what Solo is doing. Tonga's really interesting. Paul Heyman's playing it great.
Mhm.
And Solo, when Solo came on the com, I'm like, oh, nice jacket, Solo. And then Paul Heyman goes, wow, nice threads. I'm like, thank you, Paul. We're on the same wavelength here. So it's a chapter I did not see coming in the Bloodline.
Neither did I.
And it's just a story that's going to go on forever.
Yeah, the greatest story ever told in wrestling, and it keeps on going, which is crazy. My final pick, again, this is the booster, and to get somebody off a lot of people's hands, as no one's going to pick them anyways, but it is a package deal because they are going to show up with their manager, and I think they will do a great time or a good rebuild in NXT because a lot of people, including Will, say that they need it. I am going with Omos and MVP to NXT.
Yeah, that's a good pick too. Man, you could rack up a lot of points, Ricky. I'm not gonna lie, those are really good picks for NXT.
Listen, Omos is good, but I think him in NXT again, pair him with Obafemi, you can have a lot of crazy stuff go on.
Yeah, he's gonna look even bigger.
Yeah, he is gonna look even bigger there, and have MVP to kind of steer a ship back there. You got another senior person there to help out some of that young talent coming through. Anyways, it just balances stuff out. So just to review real quick, our official draft has concluded. So let's just review the picks for everybody. Kayfabe of the GM of Monday Night Raw. Excuse me, sorry about that. Picking Damian Priest as their world champion, Bayley as the WWE Women's Champion, Logan Paul United States Champion, Awesome Truth, the World Tag Champions, all on Raw. Other selections for Kayfabe include the big three, which are Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, Alba Fire, Baron Corbin, all of Gallus, Mark and Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang, Lyra Valkyria, and Ilya Dragunov. However, that is on condition that he drops. If not, then Braun Strowman to Raw. For Willie T, the GM of SmackDown, he has selected, or was forced to select since Kay is not here, Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, A-Town Down Under, the WWE Tag Champions, and Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion. Will has also selected Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, the entire LWO, Zelina Vega, Rey Mysterio, Carlito, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin. I was gonna say Joaquin. I was gonna call him Joaquin Phoenix, but Joaquin Wild. Oh,
that would be a great pick.
Yeah, right. Dragon Lee and Andrade also picking Damage Control, the Kabuki Warriors, Io Sky and Dakota, and the Bloodline, and the rest of the Bloodline lineage in perpetuity because there are more of them coming. NXT, my show, I picked Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Whoop That Trick Williams, Natty, Daddy DeVille, Metaphor, Jakar Jackson, Lash Legend, Noam Dar and Oru Mensah, Indy Hartwell, Ivar, Lola Vice, and Omos, and MVP. So those are our picks for this year's draft. But we can go on for a little bit longer, see who else that we could have picked. So, Will, I will give you this one. You didn't pick Tiffany Stratton. That was
I did.
I thought that would be a dead giveaway to pick up Tiffy.
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't pick up Tiffy. If I had to continue,
I only had like 5 picks, man, while my champions were taken.
I know, but as a solid person to like boost your women's division, Tiffy time is perfect.
I'll draft her 11.
For me, if I had to continue on, who else would I want to see in NXT? Oh, Nikki Cross.
God, yeah, that's a good one too.
Nikki Cross,
yeah,
easy.
When she comes back. Yeah.
Nikki Cross. Obviously, I wouldn't take Randy. Randy would have moved down there, but Randy would have been a good pickup for you.
Randy would have been good. KO would have been good. Liv Morgan would have been good. Jay Uso would have been good.
I would have picked KO, but I think KO still is doing the bloodline stuff.
Yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. Literally, Alpha Academy would have been good. I thought about them.
Well, I don't even know if Alpha Academy is going to even return now that Chad's, going crazy. Smiley is here. Look who it is. Smiley.
Speaking of alphas
here, right? Smiley's in the building. Thanks for joining us. Don't worry, Smiley. None of us picked scripts.
I thought about it
Too
for like
bad
3
as well.
seconds.
Some people who weren't drafted, we didn't even talk about this. I totally forgot about this because I went into talking about the draft and everything. But some people who were ineligible to be drafted were people who couldn't be drafted because they recently got cut. That included Veer and Sangha, Zion Quinn, Von Wagner, and the two biggest names most recently found out today, he will not be going to the moon because he is going to the unemployment line currently. Cameron Grimes, unfortunately, got cut. And somehow, someway, they finally hindered the gender.
Again.
Jinder Mahal has been officially cut from WWE, 90-day no-compete clauses for all of them. Xia Li also got cut as well, which I was very kind of upset about.
Yeah, but she wasn't on TV.
Yeah, they weren't using her much. I don't think they knew how to use her. I think she also, I don't know if her ability to cut a promo with English was great, although they've been using subtitles for Shinsuke and Damage Control, so I don't know what they missed. Who knows? But there's a lot of potential in Xia Li. There's still a lot of potential in Cameron Grimes. Jinder Mahal can pretty much do anything he wants at this point. I selfishly want to see Jinder show up at AEW and confront Tony.
God,
I'd watch. I'd watch.
I'd watch.
I'd watch.
I'd watch Jinder Mahal run through AEW.
I'd watch so badly. Apparently the cuts are, I guess, a little bit more. We're leaving Reggie alone, Smiley. That's why no one picked him. That's why no one picked him. There's a lot of potential in Jinder Mahal. I don't know how many more cuts are coming, but let's segue to that. If you were to cut anybody else, Will, who would you cut from the roster?
It's really tough, man. Who would I cut? Man, that's probably Carlito. To be honest, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't really wrestle. I'd probably cut the bald guy in Imperium.
Oh, they just took him out. They took out Giovanni. I think he actually is going to get cut, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Giovanni Vinci.
They just turned on him last night.
Yeah.
I think he actually is going to get cut.
Yeah, him.
I'm also surprised no one picked up Gunther.
Yeah, that is pretty surprising.
I'm surprised Kane didn't pick up Gunther.
Very surprising. Who else could get cut? I don't know. That's really hard. I could see Otis getting cut.
I don't know if he'll get cut. I think if they break up Alpha Academy, which is where it seems like it, because I think they're going to reimagine Team Angle with the Creed brothers and Chad Gable.
Yeah,
which I think would be
fantastic. Smart.
Yeah,
that's smart. They need that.
I think Otis has a potential of breaking out as a singles person. Otis kind of has the Carmella syndrome of always being with somebody.
I could see Shotzi getting cut.
Is she? I know she just got married. I think she's also currently injured. I think it would kind of be a dick move for them to cut her.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I thought about picking up Shotzi because I think she'd do wonders in NXT. Also because I need her to be the host of Halloween Havoc every year.
Tozawa could be cut.
Which is unfortunate because he's funny as hell.
Yeah. Apollo Crews could be cut.
That I can see.
Ashante Adonis could definitely be cut.
Especially since BFAB's getting more time than him.
Yeah. Beth Phoenix is still on here, which is pretty funny.
I find that hysterical too.
Boa could be cut.
Boa has been cut.
You name a few if you're thinking of a few. Because I'm scrolling through it
now. Brooks Jensen, I think might get the cut. I think Josh Briggs has gotten some time still left on him.
Is Cedric? I thought Cedric Alexander was already cut.
No, he's still there.
He could be cut.
He's still there. Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, cut.
Dexter. I like Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe's got potential.
Oh, Drew Gulak. He could be cut.
Yeah.
Have you heard that weird thing that's going on with him and Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, that came out before Mania.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's very bizarre. Let me see.
I don't know what to think of it. It's just fucking weird.
The way she described the story was weird to me.
Yeah, it's like, and you're clearly jaded, so I'm gonna take everything you say with a lot of salt.
Yeah.
I wish Greg Miller would get cut.
You hate Greg
God,
Miller with a burning
I
passion.
fucking hate, because like, dude, it's like I can do your job better than you. I know I could. You and your bitch tits. Call it jealousy. You're correct. Ivy now could get cut.
Well, if
She's so big.
she was had look Michael Cole's composite is really weird. He looks cross-eyed. Ivy now was on that rock show, like the not American Ninja Warrior, was like his American Gladiator thing. That's where they found Ivy Nile. It'd be interesting to see what they do with Ivy Nile if Chad does kind of reform or do a new version of Alpha Academy and like uses the Creed brothers. That's who Ivy Nile is with.
You can see Gallows and Anderson being cut.
Yeah, they've been running around and they did some NXT stints. Let's see. Not Pete Dunay. I love that Pretty Deadly calls him Dunay.
Dunay, it is really funny.
Rich Holland, I can see going over doing something with him. I'm not gonna lie. I would cut Scripps, aka Reggie. That's just me being me.
Damn, Caleb Braxton at 17 spoke in front of the President G.W. Bush at the White House.
For what?
As a teenager, she participated in public speaking competitions.
Oh.
So she competed at the White House.
That's nuts.
In public speaking. That's a pretty wild bio, Miss Caleb Braxton.
Yeah, that's a crazy bio. I think Valentine Flores is already cut. Oh, I forgot about him. I would cut Wendy Chu if she has been cut already. He's injured. That's why I didn't even think about him. I should have picked up a returning Wesley.
Okay, would have been a good
Wesley
one.
would have been a great pick. I almost picked up Zoe Stark.
I could see Meechin being cut too.
Someone's got to wrestle in that family. I don't think they cut Meechin because Keith Lee's not doing anything. It's interesting. It's good.
Nikita Lyons comes back soon, I hope.
Yeah, torn ACLs are a son of a bitch. Could you imagine Nikita Lyons on like SmackDown doing the split pin?
Yeah, I very much. Who is Ryan Popala?
Oh, he's part of the bump.
Oh, okay.
They put a lot of their hosts on there as well,
Yeah.
not actual performers.
Seth's photo was really funny. I like how Shane's still here too. Sean Spears could be cut.
Even though he just got back.
He's always on the block, dude. Tamina's still on the roster? No, she's getting cut. I'm not sure what he was cut, actually.
I don't think she was unless she didn't announce it. You know.
Yeah, I think everyone else stays. They better not cut Vic Joseph, I swear to Christ.
I'm surprised Vic Joseph isn't the heir apparent because Cole, I don't know if you watched WrestleMania back yet. Cole called Corey Graves the heir apparent to the announced teams.
God damn.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's news to me.
Yeah, that is definitely news.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was Vic Joseph's spot to lose.
No, Corey's been there forever.
That's true. That's true. And he does a decent job covering SmackDown.
Oh, and Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark could totally be cut.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler could also be cut.
Shayna Baszler. So we'll see what happens. But that is all we have this week for our WWE draft. We are going to see if we got it all right or all wrong. I'm assuming Kay's got some wrong here.
I'm fucked. Ricky could run away with this easily.
Because I was thinking smart. Because if I was thinking like fantasy, I'd be like, I'd take Tiffy, I'll take Sami Zayn. You know, like, since we got to figure out. We also have to figure out what we're battling for.
Oh, like who wins in the end?
Yeah, not who wins in the end, but like what we win in the end. Like I don't want like a high five.
All our points.
Yeah, I don't want like a high five. We need to.
You want to make a belt?
Like just make it a belt.
Yeah, create a custom belt. I mean, he's got to ship it back and forth.
We could
year
do
to
that.
year.
It is possible.
It'll probably what, a few $100 between the three of us. It's probably like say it's like $150 each.
That could be done.
Right? It's what, $450?
Yeah.
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 That's doable.
It's doable. It's a lot of custom belt plates. I do a custom belt for my fantasy team. So my
I mean,
fantasy
they also get like a cheap one to make it funny.
get like a kid's title.
Yeah, a KO. You know what we do? We do the KOTR title, and the side plates are our old logos.
Oh, do we have enough of the old logos?
We
have 3.
Yeah, I have them. I have all of them. I got all of them somewhere. Like,
oh, you know what?
One,
we can because we do 4 side plates. The 4th side plate could be the new KOTR. Remember the hack job
KOTR.
the hack job that I did?
No, you get 2 side plates.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me look. Podcast.
We have 3.
John Cena, white on black.
There's
Yep, I got the old one, the white, the
purple
the ring
one,
with the red ropes. The one, like the one my hat, the one my hat's on.
The ram with that one.
Yeah. I still have that one.
We can do that too. Yeah, I have the original. You know the freaking Microsoft Paint one you originally had.
Yeah, I don't. I'm surprised I don't. I'm surprised I don't have that in here.
We could make that a classic line too. It'd be really funny. Just like put it on a T-shirt somewhere.
God, my friend Rob made that. No, he made a worse one. I forget who made. No, my friend Pat Hopkins made the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I went to my friend Carly. I was like, "Hey, Carly, see this logo? Can you do it better?" And she gave me the white on the black.
It was good.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's good.
It's my favorite one. Selfishly,
it's a very good one. So we can definitely figure it out. But at this point in time, I guess it's time to get fucking out of here, right? We've done our draft. We've done all we need to do. Let's get this show on the road and move to the post show at some point. So, Will, if you may, say. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 373, Draft Day. We have attempted and probably have failed in correctly picking what superstars will go where in this year's version of a WWE draft. One thing is for sure, though, the brand split's not going to even be realized after like 3 weeks from now anyway, so none of this is even actually going to matter. But what does matter is that my name is King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews. The links to all of that are in the description below. If you like what you are listening to or what you are watching, make sure you are following us and following our network brand, Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, which is home to Kings of the Rings podcast, the Fretzelmania podcast, the YLP Young Lions Perspective podcast, and the Brace for Impact Wrestling podcast. We do have a podcast that covers TNA, all on Wrestle Addict Radio. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. The links to all of that are in the description below. Will Tarashak.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, James is supposed to pick up this dub. It's 1 out in the 9th inning, so that's good
there
news. Hope you all like baseball. It's now a baseball podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will Tarashuk. T as in Thomas, ARASHUK. I don't got plugs this week. I'm not plugging anything.
There you go.
So, other than my new book's coming out. Imagine if I wrote a book. What would the title of my book be?
The title of your book? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what would the title of my book be?
American Minutes.
Yeah.
American Minutes.
American Minutes.
That's
all right, Peter. All right, Peter.
All right, Peter. American Minutes. So when we come back next week, folks, we're going to figure out the results of our draft. We're probably going to comment on AEW Dynasty 2 weeks late because what the hell? Who cares? And we're going to get ready for Backlash in France and a midday PLE. It's going to be Saturday at 12:30 is what Backlash is going to be. So
hell yeah.
So get ready for brunch and wrestling that weekend, folks. So until next week, folks, goodbye. Good night. We'll see you soon. And maybe also if you're joining us on the post show since we're doing this live. And oh yeah, there is one final pick in the KOTR draft. It's Mr. Irrelevant, and that goes to Slack because fuck you, Slack. We'll see you next week.
At least he got drafted. And he's cut. All right.
I will say though, Brock Purdy being the Mr. Irrelevant of his draft to make it all the way to Super Bowl is still kind of freaking wild.
That is great. You don't see that happen every
It doesn't happen. They barely make it out of like training camp. Not as
Well.
yeah.
Everyone's an idiot.
It's true. The draft, the scouts are just what ifs. Like I just like fuck guys, stop it. What's going on in the world?
Do you guys even play football?
I
don't know. Are scouts typically former players? Like how do you become an NFL scout?
Sometimes they're former players.
Former players, former coaches.
Yeah.
I would assume coaches would make more sense.
Coaches make a lot more sense, but sometimes you get former players. You know, if you're on the bench enough, you end up starting to scout instead of figure shit out.
Yankees won. Let's go.
There we go.
Cole Hamels, man. Not Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels.
Clay Holmes.
It's like
Clay
Cole
Holmes.
Hamels.
What the fuck is his name? Clay Holmes?
It's Clay Holmes is our closer, yeah.
Fucking lights out.
Nice. Cole Hamels. Like when the hell did we get Cole Hamels? Was he in a cryogenic chamber this whole time?
Yeah, next to what's his name? Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Fuck. I'm supposed to just normalize this file. Next to Walt Disney.
Oh my god, that'll be absolutely nuts. Returning Cole Hamels is one. Oh, dude. All right. So have you ever heard of this place called Chip City?
No.
All right. Chip City is this like it's like a gourmet cookie place, but the cookies are like the size of my hand.
Ooh.
And they're
sounds lovely.
And they're thick.
Sounds extra
yeah,
lovely.
it's unreal. So, and like I was with my friend and we bought 6 of these cookies on Friday, Saturday. And they're like a meal. I'm not going to lie. Like they take forever to finish. It's that big and that thick of a cookie.
It's too much cookie, man.
It's a lot of cookie, but like their shop is pretty dope. You can put ice cream on top of this cookie.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very, very excited about chips. I'm going to have the last one tonight. It's a brookie cookie or brookie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God damn, Ricky, now I want cookies.
There might be a Chip City by you. I don't know.
That's what you do to me. I mean, it's New York. There's got to be one somewhere.
Yeah, you're close by. But like, I take Chip City over Insomnia cookies right now. That's
Chip City cookies. There's one. There's no way there's one on Washington Street.
I bet you there isn't there.
Oh my God, there is. No, that's not Carl. Okay, there it is. Chip City. Yeah. Okay, it's next to Carlos Bay. I know what this is. How have I never seen this? I walk by this like literally all the time.
Do you see a picture of their cookies?
Hang on, let me go to the website.
Yeah.
Chip City. Yeah, Washington, 113 Washington Street. I don't have a website. These fuckers. All right, let me go to Instagram.
They should have a website, don't they? They definitely have a website.
Not the local one.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
It's like a patty.
Yeah. It's freaking
Why?
huge.
This is too much.
It's freaking huge. It's freaking massive, dude. It's so big, but I love it.
Oh God. Okay, I know what Jess and I are doing this weekend.
It would have been great for you for 420.
I know. We would literally, dude. The dispensary's across the street from there.
Are you serious?
Right around the corner. I'm not even kidding.
Holy crap! I did. Yeah, dude. Try Chip City. Let me know what you think.
You've had like a dipped in smash.
No, I haven't.
It's like a ice cream donut hot dog place.
Okay.
Like it's really good.
Ice cream donut hot dog.
Yeah, they do like hot dogs and like ice cream and donuts, but their donuts are really good.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, I have a donut shop by me called Norfolk Donut Company.
And they dip them and like it's like Oreo donuts, so it's like dipped and it's really good. Yeah, they're really good. The cookies are really good.
That's pretty dope. That's really, really dope. Yeah, no.
I'm definitely gonna get some ice cream after I get off this call. So I remember we bought ice cream.
Oh, did you? What flavor?
It was like it's a swirl. It was like a caramel and like waffle cone vanilla swirl.
Gotcha. Caramel and waffle cone. That actually sounds pretty interesting. Oh, that's right. The draft is in Detroit this year. The NFL draft. The NFL draft is such a waste of time. NFL draft is really just an excuse to drink. That's all the NFL draft is.
Yeah.
And also, the NFL draft theme also reminds me of Jimmy Uso's theme. When Jimmy came out with his theme, I was like, did we make a selection?
Is this the draft?
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Like with the third pick of the NFL draft. Oh my god. Such a pain. Yeah, what is going on in New England with your boys, the Patriots?
What are they doing?
So it came out that the owner of the Patriots was going,
Kraft?
Yeah, Kraft was telling people not to hire Belichick.
Oh, that's not good. Well, why? Because he's losing all the time. The team's bad. You always blame the head coach when the team's bad. That just sounds par for the course.
No, but he told the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, yo, don't hire him.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
What? Why? Why would you do that?
I think he's just mad. I think him and Belichick ended on bad terms. Yeah, it was real funky. I was like, oh, that's a good. Fretch, yes, we are still on. We're on the post show. Fretch, how was your birthday? Tell us all about it. Let us know what's going on.
You know what the Patriots didn't need after Dynasty ended? Fucking infighting like children.
What do you mean inviting children?
Like infighting.
Oh,
like
infighting. I thought you said inviting children.
Yeah.
Like, who invited children to an NFL team?
Fucking wow.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, probably until Warcraft dies, honestly.
Yeah. You guys are in for a really long stretch.
It's like, dude, NFL owners are the closest thing America has to royalty. Like,
seriously.
They make such stupid money. You don't have a right to complain about fucking anything.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And your stadiums are tax subsidized. I want to fucking hear it.
Yeah. No, it's nuts. Yeah, the Patriots are in for a long run of being bad. It's going to be like the Jets are going to be better than you guys in a couple of years.
I don't know if that's possible.
It might be.
I don't know that one. I don't know about that one.
It might
I'll
be.
believe that one when I see it.
It's going to get close. I mean, obviously post Aaron Rodgers.
I always forget he's on the Jets. They released Zach Wilson. No, they traded Zach Wilson.
They traded him to Denver.
To the Broncos.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about in the Discord server, or my friend's Discord server, and I was like, McLeod was mentioning, wow, the Broncos just traded for a worse Wilson. I'm like, dude, they might as well trade for the volleyball.
Seriously. I really hope
you have a better chance of winning games with the volleyball.
Seriously, I really hope someone on the Onion has written that article.
Nope.
Trades for Wilson the volleyball. Oh my god, that's freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Oh man.
Tom Hanks gets Russell Wilson and a player to be named later.
And a volleyball to be named later. Oh my god. That'd be hysterical. I need to see if someone wrote that because I would write that article. Yeah, it's weird, dude. And a lot of teams are releasing new jerseys. The Broncos released their new jersey and it looks like the Blue Mountain State jerseys. You ever watch Blue Mountain State, the show?
I've seen episodes, yeah.
Apparently that show might be making a comeback. He drafts not the wrong Wilson. Yeah, Blue Mountain State. Blue Mountain State's a great show.
Did the Islanders get bumped or are they still playing?
No, the Islanders, they only lost game one. Their playoff started the other day.
Okay. I know it's basketball players are like coming, or if not already started, and hockey playoffs just started.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. It's honestly, spring is the best time for sports. Like between March.
I still say October.
Yeah, football starts at the end of baseball. Basketball starts.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah, but spring you got hockey and basketball ending. March Madness.
It's the October football.
You get college football
and college
too.
football, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I like that. So you want to hear this, Will? So apparently, you can win $1,000 to watch the 9 main Star Wars movies in chronological order,
You can win $1,000
or get 1,000. Yeah,
if you watch them all. That's a long day.
there's a
though,
job
dude.
posting from Finance Buzz offering $1,000 to watch the 9 main Star Wars movies in chronological order. Applicant must have never seen any Star Wars movies, TV shows, or played any Star Wars video games, though.
Prove it. Can't prove I didn't.
Deadline is
Jar who?
well, yeah, right. The deadline to apply is May 4th, and the chosen candidate will have 1 week to watch the movies. Sometime
you
in
have
late
to do it
May.
all at once. You just gotta do it at some point throughout the week.
Yeah,
Dude, that's 2 a day. Come on, easy.
yeah.
Easy. I could probably do a trilogy in a day. Easy.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. So job description says Finance Buzz only wants a candidate with fresh Padawan eyes, whose opinion and ratings.
What's a Padawan? See, I could totally get this.
Whose opinion and ratings will be used for an upcoming article, starting in chronological order by release date. You'll make your way from episode 4 to
Interesting.
to episode 9.
That's more fun. That's more fun.
And if you're wondering why we didn't start with episode 1, you're probably the right person for our job. The description reads. Rangers up 2 on the Caps. Okay, no one cares about the Rangers. Fuck them. The chosen candidate, or Wookiee rookie, as Finance Buzz calls this person.
What's a Wookiee? Like, okay, here's the thing though. They want someone who's never seen the movies, yet they're putting all these puns in like jokes that insiders know to make me want to apply for it.
Yeah. They'll be tasked with watching all 9 films within a week, likely sometime in late May. In return, Finance Buzz will pay $1,000 plus $100 for any related expenses such as food, blue milk, or streaming service fees.
You say blue milk?
Yeah, blue milk. That's because they serve blue milk at Galaxy's Edge in Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny.
But that,
They sell death sticks.
apparently, blue milk is really good. The deadline to apply is May the 4th, which is hysterical. Applicants must be.
Why? I don't get it.
Applicants must be 18, live in the U.S. Additional details can be found on Finance Buzz.
Yo, Jazz could do that.
Yo,
Hang on. Hey, Jazz. Have you ever seen any Star Wars movie? Fuck. She said yes.
Damn it.
Which one? You don't remember?
Perfect.
Okay, you want to make $1,000? What is it? News Buzz?
FinanceBuzz.com.
FinanceBuzz.com is paying $1,000 for someone to watch all 9 movies in a week. Yeah, apply. Yeah, one of the catch is you can never have seen the movies. I think you could pull it off. Do you know what a Wookiee is? No, she has no idea what a Wookiee is.
You're perfect.
See? She's got
You're
this.
Perfect.
Do you know the story behind May the 4th? Nope, she's got it.
Yeah, you got this.
Do you know how Jar Jar Binks is a racial stereotype? She said who? Dude, she's got this in the bag, dude.
I can send you the link.
Yeah, send me a link. I'll reply. I'll just watch movies for fun and take like $300. Do you know which movie was released first? Nah, she's not answering me. She's not interested.
Yeah. It's literally a yes or no. Have you seen any of the Star Wars movies before?
Yeah, easy $1,000. Easy. They're all on Disney Plus.
Yes, they are. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Hold on. Easy grant and plus, well, technically it's 1,100 plus plus related expenses.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna spend $100 on snacks and pizza.
Yeah, that's great. By the way, before we get going, tell me more about 2K24 because I know you raved about it the other day.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, dude. Yeah, I'm a sucker for the My Faction. Although they made the My Faction way more grindy than it was in previous years, which is the most annoying because they have these things called like the tokens. Mm-hmm. That if you get like 15 tokens, you can unlock like a Sapphire character, which is like Braun Breaker at 72 overall.
Yeah.
Right. So, but once you unlock 10 of those, you can unlock the next one, which is blue, which would be like a Kofi Kingston 78, and it's blue. So the cards is a little bit better. They made it a lot of grindy to get new cards.
Gotcha.
Without paying for it, and they don't give you much like VC to buy the card packs.
Ooh. So you do have to grind for it.
You have to get a grind for it. You got to use the same cards over and over. I like that you can just swap out cards easier because there's more to choose from, and they pretty much progress with you.
Okay.
Like there's still the towers and the proving grounds, which is really fun. Like there's plenty of content there.
Yeah.
But the packs are unaffordable unless you pay real money, and it's just grindy to get the cards, which is annoying. But the gameplay is super fun. The entrance builder is incredible. My wrestler is called Dinga Durgan. My male wrestler is Dinga Durgan, and my female wrestler is Ringa Durgan. So it's Ringa and Dinga, the Durgans. Yeah, the Durgans. And they look ridiculous. Like my character editors, you know how they make the characters ridiculous. Yeah. So I made them. This is my most ridiculous one yet.
Okay.
One of these days I'll hop on Discord and share my screen so everyone can see. And it's fun. Like it's actually like my Rise as a man and a woman's campaign. They're both actually pretty good and pretty fun.
Yeah. How's the ambulance and casket matches?
I haven't played them yet.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I haven't played them yet. The online is what it is. I haven't tried my GM. My universe is fun.
Oh, that's just a sandbox of shit you can do. It's
just a sandbox.
Yeah.
You kind of like it's like my GM mode on easy mode.
Pretty much.
So you can follow one character. So I did one for Logan Paul as a champion.
Nice.
I did one as Carmelo Hayes in NXT.
Mm-hmm. And
then I did one like the overall universe where you play all the shows.
Yeah.
So like I like how it just kind of like it auto books the show, and I can just play the matches I want to play.
Yeah. So
it's like, oh, it's a fatal 4-way, like Becky, Rhea, Bianca, and like Nia Jax, and like a ladder match. Like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, play as Nia Jax.
Exactly. So you should definitely try my GM. It's a wild time.
The showcase, the WrestleMania showcase, is pretty fun. Corey Graves does a really good job narrating.
Good.
And they cover a lot of matches. Like Rick Rude and Ultimate Warrior was a match.
I don't even care. I don't even care about that match.
Yeah, with Rick Rude having the IC title on his tights.
Oh, that's not the one where he had his wife on.
No,
okay.
not the one where he had his wife.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's fun. You do Hogan Andre. I'm about to do Hogan Warrior at WrestleMania like 5.
It's like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah. So or 5 or 6. So they do a lot of the 80s manias, and then they skip to 10, 13, and then like 25, and then the 30s.
Oh, so Undertaker Shawn's in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd replay Undertaker Shawn in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. The game's gorgeous. It's not that buggy. It's only crashed on me once.
Okay.
They want me to, although that I capped it at not 30 frames. I turned VSync off for less screen tearing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing. The game was like, yeah, your graphics card's just like a little too good.
It was WrestleMania 6. Thanks, Freds.
Yeah. Or it's my monitor. It was something in the settings wasn't connected with the software wasn't connecting with the hardware.
Yeah.
So I turned off VSync and it hasn't crashed since.
Oh, you replay Firefly Funhouse too? Dude.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Cinematic Firefly.
I noticed the Firefly Funhouse is like an arena. Yeah, the game is excellent. It's a huge roster. I didn't do any of the DLC, but it adds more characters, which is kind of playing a Stardust would be pretty cool. Because once you unlock them in the showcase, like you get a lot of superstars in the show. You get like Hogan like 4 times in the showcase.
Yeah.
You can then put them on a roster and play as them in the My Universe mode.
That works.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to end up doing My Universe for once I beat the showcase.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put them all in different brands, and then like Logan Paul will be in a feud with Randy Savage. Right? Like, why the fuck not?
I would love that promo. Listen here, Logan.
You little shit.
I'm the cream of the crop.
You're the cream of a thing called Vine, oh yeah. And what happened to Vine? It sank to the bottom. Oh yes it did. But me and my Elizabeth, we took our cream right to the top.
Oh my god. I don't know how he did that. That made my voice hoarse a little bit.
Yeah, he did that all the time.
Yeah.
3 minutes of playtime.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw is ready. Oh, that's right. Freaking, they've been. I think I told you this before. They've been re-releasing all the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're on Spider-Man 3 this week, or Spider-Man. Yes, no, Spider-Man 2 this week. Next week, Spider-Man 3.
Did I watch Spider-Man 3 like a few months ago? And it's not as bad as I remember.
It got shit on a lot.
It looking back, I mean, it's not great, but
It's been a lot worse.
is just too much going on. But like you watch it and everything kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it made like what they were going for with all the villains, it made sense.
Yeah, they
Like
tried
which
to
one?
put in
Like
the
which one? Like
Sinister
which one would
Six.
like which one would you cut?
Sandman, probably.
Mm.
I think the issue was with 3, as like a Marvel geek, is that we wanted like a true Venom, and we didn't get Venom
Yeah, they can't get Venom right.
until they came out with Tom Hardy's Venom, who does it fantastic.
Did they? I
Yeah.
heard it was
Now I like Tom Hardy's Venom; it's good. Did you see? I don't know, you probably haven't, but they released the official Deadpool 3 trailer.
I know of it. I didn't watch it yet, but yeah.
It's Deadpool. It's called Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm not calling it Deadpool 3, but it's Deadpool and Wolverine. It's
Yeah.
fucking great because you can just.
I never saw Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 is funny. Deadpool 2 is really funny.
The first Deadpool. is incredible. It's just it's perfect. It's a perfect movie.
He's like, he looks, oh, hi. I know what you're thinking. Whose balls did I have to suck to get my own movie? I was like, Jesus Christ. It's because apparently, according to that show, to like the story of Deadpool, the first Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds had the writers on set to make like edits in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
To like, beef up the script if they needed to.
Which can be a disaster at times.
Yeah, but he was also
Yeah.
like essentially like an executive on the project, so, and him being legitimately just naturally funny, they were able to kind of, joke it up in places.
Yeah, dude, it's Van Wilder. Come on.
Pretty much. Oh man, yeah, no, Deadpool's one-liners are freaking great. In the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer at the end, the blind lady?
Yeah.
So in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer that came out, and she looks at Ryan Reynolds and goes, "You want to do cocaine?" And he's like, "No, we can't say that." And she's like, "Bolivian." She's like, "Want to do Bolivian Queen?" He's like, "No, we can't say that. It's the one thing Feige said we couldn't put on here." And then they go through all the cocaine references. And then at the end, she goes, "Do you want to build a snowman?" He goes, "Yes, yes, I do, but we can't." Oh my god, it's gonna be hysterical. I can't wait. It's coming out in end of July. It's gonna be really fucking funny. But on that note, folks, I'm ready to get out of here. I've talked myself into getting this cookie at the end of the night, so we're gonna
Yeah, dude, I want to get cookies and watch Deadpool.
do it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Watch Deadpool 2. You might need to rewatch Deadpool 1, but
Yeah, I gotta watch them both.
Yeah.
I gotta watch them both.
yeah, you'll be good. All right, folks, we're getting out of here. We will see all of you cool cats later. Peace.
All right, I'll finish this and get it uploaded tonight.